Welcome to the Cosmic Kickback. We're back again off of Valentine's Day. We got Nick here.
What's up?
I'm very excited to get into this episode. We're talking Oscars. They just happened like over a week ago.
Yeah.
But we couldn't talk about that because we were talking Birds of Prey. Then we had the Valentine's episode.
More important matters.
Yeah, you know. Okay, so we're going to briefly discuss those. There's actually some movie news I wanted to ask you about briefly before we get to that.
Mm-hmm.
Before we get into any of that, as we said in our last episode, we said we'll get you the news on if Nick had a Valentine or not, what went down on his Valentine's Day 2020. So I'll let Nick get the mic right now.
Okay. So I ended up having a planned date for Valentine's. Cue the applause. Thank you.
So you had a Valentine.
Yeah. I was just like, oh, like, are you doing anything? And she's like, no. And then I sent her a picture of my dog. Wait, how did I do it? I sent her a picture of my dog, and I was just like, we're spending Valentine's Day together. And she was just like, you and your dog. And I was like, oh, like, bro, I could just be like, no, like us. And I sent that back, and she's like, oh, like, okay. I was like, I'm down.
Okay, man.
And I had we were gonna go mini golfing and go to Kuma.
Yeah.
The dessert place. We were gonna go there.
Kuma is if everyone listening, it's like.
It's like an Asian style,
it's Asian ice cream.
Ice cream.
Instead of giving you the ice cream in a waffle cone that's all hard, it's pretty much a big ass waffle.
Yeah, and you can eat it and put weird Pocky and stuff like that on it.
Yeah,
but I had all that planned, right?
So the date played out. Everything's going good.
Yeah, and then Thursday, the day before Valentine's Day, I started getting sick. And then Friday, I felt like
you caught the corona.
Yeah, dude. All the karma talking about it. But yeah, I got sick. And then I felt like shit on Friday, and I still tried to yo, when do you want me to come get you? He's like, oh, dude, you're sick. Let's just reschedule it, because she just got over being sick for 3 weeks, bro.
So damn. So she got sick.
You can still hear I have a cough.
Then you got shit. Everyone's getting sick right now.
Yeah.
I was at class earlier with Emily, and she was saying she's feeling sick.
You have to cut the makeout sessions.
Dude, it's the corona. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut them out. I'm pretty good. That's why I was so I don't gotta worry about the coronavirus.
Yeah.
Because I'm usually pretty good. I never really get sick. I get occasional colds, but it's very rare. Maybe once a year. Dude, I feel like I'm so good with it. I can go kiss a homeless dude, make out, and I ain't catching nothing.
You have a good immune system.
I don't gotta brush my teeth after. I could be chilling. That's why whenever I'm dropping shit on the floor, I'm gonna eat it. If I paid for the meal,
the germs are just hold.
Yeah, they're not gonna do it. So I never really worry about any of that.
I get sick one day out of the year, but I guess it came early. Yeah, I swear I barely get sick.
Oh, so you're agreeing with me?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
But I guess I got sick on the worst time, bro. God gave me something,
man.
dude. When I asked her, when you send that text, and I'm just ooh, I was all nervous and shit. God gave me a date, and then he took it away. So
we're saying, okay.
What are we doing?
All right, so we're saying Nick got a Valentine, but then Nick had to cancel on the Valentine.
Yeah.
So what'd you do on Valentine's Day?
I just stayed in bed, dude. I freaking was burning up and stuff, and
oh my God,
dude, it sucked. I had a fever and a cough, and
wow.
It was really fucking boring. I think I watched a movie actually. I forgot what movie I watched. I watched some love movie.
So you had a not so impressive Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I was just chilling with my dog.
Oh,
it's pretty much what I said I was gonna do.
Well, you know what also
reap what you sow, bro.
You know what also ended up being not so impressive?
What?
The box office for Birds of Prey.
Oh really? Oh, that's right. It had a really low opening.
We didn't talk about box office because we recorded that opening day, before anyone had seen it, so we weren't sure how opening weekend was gonna be. But briefly, I wanted to say dude, what do you think? It's did opening weekend 30 million, and then this last weekend. The weekend after, it had a 40-something% drop off, so it did about 17 million. So here in the United States, it's only done about maybe 55, 60 million. Domestically, I think it's done about 80 or 90. I could have my numbers mixed up, but I think if I remember, the budget for the film was about 80. So it's and you double that for marketing to see how much it costs for the movie, because you got the budget for the movie, then you got to pay for marketing and all that.
Yeah.
So you usually take the budget and double it. That's pretty much the equation for it. So, I don't know.
Did it make its budget back in the opening week or not? Someone said that
I think like, I'll double check right now, but
I swear someone like commented like, oh, like only like 50 million opening weekend, and someone was like, oh, like they just made their budget back. Like I don't see that doing bad.
They might be talking like international, because they usually, movies that have more trouble here tend to do better overseas. Like if you've seen that, like a lot of times.
Yeah, maybe people are just like, oh, like an American film, like.
Let's see. So over Valentine's Day weekend, it made about 20 million, bringing its domestic cume to 62 million in 11 days of its release. Drop of 48% from an underwhelming 33 million. The 82 million film, I guess that's how much it cost, has earned 143.1 million worldwide. So it went over its budget, but when you double it for marketing, it has not made back that. So it went over the budget. So if you're counting just the budget, it did get its money back. By doubling it, it would have costed about 160 million, and it's earned about 143. So with a couple more weeks, I think it'll probably pass that as well.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I think
I think it made money.
It's slowly gonna get there.
Yeah. I actually feel kind of bad that it's not.
I liked it. We both said we were generally like pleased with it.
Yeah, and I've heard other people talk about it since it's been out for a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm.
So I've heard more complaints. The complaints are pretty much the same that we had. Like the timeline was kind of a little confusing at the beginning with the jumping, and then Black Mass of the Mask, and like that's what I said.
Yeah.
Those are pretty much the only.
Those are like two really little things
I've
too.
heard people say like that's the only insults I've really heard, unless people are just like shitting all over it just because they don't like DC. But besides that, I'm kind of disappointed about that. You know, do you think it had anything to do with the name? Because I've heard some movie theaters are actually.
Oh yeah, I saw that they changed it to like just Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey.
Yeah,
and I think that was like for marketing.
A lot of people have a misconception. They think that the movie like distributor, whoever, like DC or Warner Brothers, they think they actually changed the name to that. They didn't. It was movie theaters.
Yeah, the movie theaters.
The movie theaters changed it. So now when you go and like click to buy tickets, instead of it saying Birds of Prey and the Fabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn, now it'll say Harley Quinn like dash Birds of Prey.
I hope that helps the marketing though, because like people would know Harley Quinn more than Birds of Prey.
For sure. A lot of people.
It's like for like lay people of like comics. Like
I wonder what it's
more recognizable,
or like what the percentage of people is, because I obviously everyone, I think even our people our age, most people stay pretty up to date with movies coming out. They know when stuff's dropping, and because everything's so easy accessible and all.
Yeah.
But I wonder what the percentage of people that are still here, like boomers, that like just walk up to the theater and like, okay, what's playing today? Because that's how it used to be.
Yeah.
You would show up to the theater and just see what's out, and you look at them and be like, oh, I'll get 2 to that movie.
Yeah.
But now it's like, oh, I'm buying them online. I already got my seats.
That's
paid.
like all I do.
So how many people do you think actually show up, look, and then they see, oh, Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey?
Probably just like old-fashioned people, like in their 50s, or maybe even families who just like have dinner and like, oh, you want to go see a movie? Yeah. Maybe. Like it's an afterthought.
Yeah. I mean, it explains. I mean, we could have seen this coming. Because when we saw it opening night, there was like maybe 20.
Dude, yeah, it was an IMAX theater, and those things are always packed.
IMAX theaters have like.
I saw like Harry Potter Part 2 in that, and like.
Yeah, those are always filled.
I always see like epic movies in there.
We could have literally all of us gone to separate rows and had the whole row to ourselves.
We
had like a group of like 6 friends. There was easily at least 6-7 rows just open.
Yeah, there was honestly like probably 30 people max in there.
Yeah, max.
Including us.
And on top of that, people walked out. So I don't know, but
it's Jaden. Is that really because of him?
I don't know.
He like kicked their seat or something.
I hope it wasn't, but I don't know. Maybe they didn't like the movie. But damn, bro. I'm kind of disappointed because I really like Margot Robbie, and I know she's really into the character. And I hate to see things that I like not do good because I want to see more of it. And you're not going to see more of it if something like this happens.
Yeah.
But I mean, hopefully it keeps going. It's only been out for like 2 weeks, so it's got a couple more weeks before it takes out of theaters. So
yeah.
But something else, we saw the first look at Robert Pattinson's Batman suit.
Oh yeah, dude! It looks so much like an Arkham Knight Batman suit.
It came right after we recorded like Valentine's Day.
Dude, yeah, I released it and I saw it and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, dude. I really like the last 3 movies that DC has done that where they released test footage. Like they did it for the Joker.
Dude, yeah, the Joker. That
one was really cool. I liked that one.
The test footage is really cool, man.
I think I honestly like them. It's obviously some kind of marketing strategy, because it's not releasing a full trailer, but it's just like showing
just like
you
30 seconds of it.
Yeah, and it's honestly enough to get me hype. You know, I any complaints of the suit? I mean,
the bat symbol was a little bit different, but I'm always open to that because I didn't like Affleck's, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, looking back on
it was
Affleck's,
strange.
I didn't like the eyebrows that they like drew on it to make it look like he's like always like mad. I didn't like that, but at first I didn't like how bulky and muscular they made Affleck's look, but then I kind of just grew into it. Just cause, it's probably just because Henry Cavill's so like jacked that they were like, oh, we can't have like
you gotta like compensate.
He's got to look the same as him. But the Pattinson one, I heard that the bat's symbol is made out of the gun that the character Joe Chill, who is the guy that kills his parents. So I heard he.
Dude, really?
Yeah, I heard they took the gun and he made it into.
Dude, that's so fucking cool.
Yeah, not that I don't know who said that, but I saw that and people are saying like, oh yeah, that's why the bat symbol looks like that. It's made out of Joe Chill's gun. So when you go and look at it, I can kind of see how it looks like it's part of a gun, and if that's true, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's like just like the two parts of it.
Yeah, I think that's.
I can shape it a bit.
That's pretty chill, actually. I kind of like cool. that. I think to me, it looks very. If you look at the head, you can see some stitching on it, so it looks very like early days. It doesn't look like he's been Batman for 10 years and he has like the best suit and all this stuff. It looks like maybe year 1 Batman or like year 2, something like that. Which I mean, we had Batman Begins with Christian Bale, but he was still pretty much Batman like once he got to the end.
Yeah.
Like the suit never really changed that much throughout the Nolan Batman movies. But this one, I think the only thing I would say, I want, this is probably, no one really cares. I think I only care because I really want to see a Batman where they make his eyes white like the comics.
Oh, yeah.
That would be so cool, I think. But obviously, in real life, it doesn't make sense. But I mean, I guess they could make it like a screen or something, like a light.
Yeah, they did that in the second one, The Dark Knight Rises. No, in The Dark Knight.
When he used the thing, right?
Yeah, he was using like that thing to scan like each floor of the building.
Yeah, see, I think they could do.
And that looked like weird too. It freaked me out.
Yeah, it's like sonar or some crap.
Yeah.
No, but I think the white eyes would look so cool because the comics he's always had like white eyes for the most part, and I think that would just make it look even better. Or either that, or I would like to see, and I don't know how practical this is because obviously when the more modern Batmans, they made him have like armor and stuff like that because obviously in the 60s it was just like a suit, like a plastic, or not plastic, like cotton suit, like with the Adam West Batman.
Yeah.
You know that? Like
oh yeah. That's the strangest looking one.
Yeah.
That's where like memes come
from. And even like the old ones, they were all drawn like with their underwear like outside their pants. Like,
yeah.
Superman, all that.
Spandex.
Yeah, all the spandex ones.
Smallville.
And now it's gone to more where they look more like, ooh, like that looks cool.
Yeah.
And so by doing that, they've made Batman like all black suits and like, or black and a little bit of dark grays. I really want to see a classic 70s Batman where he had like gray, yellow, and blue colors. Had you ever seen that Batman?
Oh, like Batman the Brave and the Bold, kind of?
Kind of like that, but in the 70s, they drew him where, like, the cowl and, like, his cape were blue, and then, like, the rest of the suit was gray besides the belt was yellow, and then the bat symbol had, like, a yellow outline, and then it had the black. So, I
always like that colorway,
actually. I think
those
colors are pretty chill, but I understand why it can't be done, like, as bright as that, because now Batman's supposed to be, you know, more dark and stuff. Even back then he was, but I get why, but I think they could still do it. I think there can be like a darker blue or something where you can still see that it's a blue, but it's dark enough to where he can still like, you know, have stealth and all that.
Yeah, it'd be cool if like there's a scene in the movie if it's gonna be like an early Batman when he's like making suits where it shows like how they did in
Spider-Man.
Yeah, how he's just going through different like costumes and some of them are like homages to older suits.
Cool, yeah. But overall I think the suit actually looks pretty cool.
Yeah, dude, he has a strong chin too.
Yeah, Robert Pattinson's all jaw, bro.
Been chewing gum, bro.
Is that true? I've heard people have said they sell things on Amazon where you just
those freaking balls.
You put it in your mouth.
I'll be getting ads for those, bros.
You just chew it, and it's supposed to give you a jawline for dudes that like are self-conscious about their.
Just chew gum.
And then someone, I saw someone, they were like, bro, just chew gum, dog. Like,
no.
And I was like, is that like actually a thing? And people were like, damn, bro, I really need a jaw. I gotta chew something. Like, what?
I don't know. It's a weird workout thing. I think I would only do it if you're like an MMA fighter because you take hits to it and stuff.
Yeah, maybe. I could see that. That would just, I don't know.
When would you do that too? If you're like always going out, just in class,
weird.
like.
I guess you're just like, you would just chill in your house and you're sitting in your room working on work, just, chewing on something.
God.
I think that's the only news I had, so.
Yeah.
Has anything else happened?
No.
Are you sure, Nick?
I'm ready to talk about the Oscars, bro.
Alright, let's go into the Oscars. So the Oscars 2020 was a week ago or something?
Yeah, last Sunday.
It was right before it was right after we saw Harley Quinn, right? That weekend?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you watch it?
Yeah, I did.
Live?
I watched, I think I came home from work and I saw that they were on. I watched, I missed the, best animated and best, adapted screenplay, but I saw, Joaquin Phoenix's speech. I saw best picture, best director, and a lot of stuff. I saw Billie Eilish's performance of yesterday.
Yeah. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Billie Eilish is, your favorite.
Sometimes I don't like the way she sings. She's really, yesterday.
Yeah, Emily was low-key roasting her.
I get it's her style of singing, but I don't know. It's not...
I watched the Oscars with Emily at her house, and when that happened, Emily was roasting her singing. She said something like...
It was during the freaking... the tribute to all the all the dead...
Well, yeah, it's... I can kind of see it. I don't... Personally, I've never listened to, any of her albums. I've heard, obviously, Bad Guy, because it's always on the radio. And at first it would come on and I would just turn it off. And then eventually I started just okay, I'll let it play. And I ended up hearing the whole thing. It's kind of grown on me since then.
Yeah, I like it.
It's so weird. When you first hear it, you're like, this is a weird song. It's so different from other music.
Yeah.
So I think that's why people like it. But that's the only song I've ever heard fully through her. I know she had the song called Ocean Eyes.
Oh, I like that one too.
I haven't heard that, but I know that one was big. So just, I don't know. But... I just pulled up the Oscar winners. Do you want to go through every single one, or do you want to just skip something that we don't care about?
Yeah, let's go through the win. I mean,
well, we're gonna talk about the winners, but for the main things, do you want to talk about foreign film? I know you didn't see it, Nick.
Which one?
The foreign film winner.
Oh no!
There's no way you saw it, bro.
The international film. I know that Parasite won.
No, that one number one. That one the best film.
Then the best foreign film.
Right here, there was the best documentary. Did you watch? Do you care about that at all? Best.
Why are you making it sound like? I didn't see a lot.
I mean, I'm not trying to be mean. I know obviously these people put in a lot of work for this. But
I saw two foreign films that made it to the Oscars. And that was Pain and Glory, which is a biopic about this director, and then Parasite. I almost saw all the movies that were nominated for the Oscars except for Little Women. 1917, which is really important, and then Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah, before we get into this, just disclaimer: we have not seen all the movies, so we can't really go into them. Nick's seen Parasite.
Yeah,
we can talk about the winners, and obviously, but
I could still talk about the film in a way that's non-spoiler. Because if you haven't seen it, I really recommend you just go see it.
Yeah, we were gonna see Parasite actually. Me, Nick, and Emily, but then Nick flaked. But
dude, your girlfriend flaked. I told you I would. Dude, you were just you and Emily were going to see it, and I was like, bro, just let me third wheel. I want to see you guys see it.
I want to see it, ASAP. As soon as I'm free. I would do it tonight, but I have a paper due at midnight.
Yeah, I got shit to do.
So, I'll do it, earliest as possible. Maybe Wednesday I'll do it.
Yeah.
But, anyway, I've seen most of them. I haven't seen, obviously, Parasite. I've been meaning to see that. Haven't seen 1917 either, so we can't really...
Yeah.
They only won sound editing or something like that.
It was in cinematography too, because the guy who directed that.
I know for a fact the cinematography was great because I saw behind the scenes.
Dude, the guy who did the cinematography also did it for Skyfall. We were doing a movie night last night, and I was trying to get people to watch Skyfall. They didn't want to watch.
I mean, I'm down to see.
If you saw 1917, or if you saw Skyfall and then 1917, you could see the freaking. It's the same cinematographer. Mm-hmm. He also did Blade Runner.
Which one?
Wait.
Is it what's his name? His name's
2047.
He did it for that one.
Yeah, because his
same guy?
His cinematography is very reds and yellows and
Is it actually him? Hang on.
Yeah, dude, I swear.
I'm fact checking Nick because Nick sometimes be talking out his ass, but
I might be.
No, because Blade Runner 2049.
I'm not 100% sure, but I swear.
Blade Runner 2049 was my favorite film of 2017. Out of all the movies that came out in 2017, it was my favorite movie. I
fell asleep during it.
Dude,
I don't know how many times I've said that.
It's really long. I mean, it's not an action-packed movie. There's action scenes in it, but it's not the whole thing is action, you know? And it's so cool because it takes a cult classic film and they make a sequel to it. But it's not Like the main
relying off the first movie.
Yeah, it can easily stand on its own. You can go into this without seeing the first one and get the whole plot. And the cinematography in it is amazing. And I remember watching the Oscars that year with Emily, and I was saying like, bro, Blade Runner has to win. Like if they don't win, I'm gonna be so salty because there's nothing else compares to that movie, and it did win. So I was extremely happy because that was the time that they finally. The Oscar is notorious for getting things either extremely right or extremely wrong, I think. I think there's been times where movies have been snubbed, where they haven't even... Yeah. You know, they don't even get nominated. It was... Was it this guy? I swear this isn't the guy's name. Hang on. My bad. Oh, yeah, this is his name right here. Denis Villeneuve. I'm probably saying his name really wrong.
How do you spell it?
Denis, Villeneuve.
Oh, he's also going to do the cinematography for Dune. Oh, yeah.
Dune or Doom?
Dune, which is like it's I actually have the book. It's based off a book about like interplanetary colonists, and it's going to have like actually a really good cast.
Yeah, this is the guy that did the cinematography for Blade Runner. It's not whoever did it for 1917. See, that's where you have to fact check the name.
My bad. Oh, he did it for Sicario too.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Let's just start with cinematography then, because I really like... Okay, so 1917 one, it was... Who was it? Is it Roger Deakins?
Roger Deakins, that's who it is.
Roger Deakins was cinematographer for that. What else was nominated? Lighthouse, Irishman, Joker, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I like the Irishman actually, the cinematography. There's that one scene where he's like washing his car, and that didn't need to be in it, but like this, you just see like his car getting washed in the freaking like.
It's actually
there's a lot of cool shots.
There's a cool little shot when he's washing the car, since he's the one that killed what's his name, but he has a sticker that's like, "Where's Jimmy Hoffa?" Even though he's the one that did it.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. A little world building right there. The Lighthouse got nominated. We could have watched it.
We have it.
Yeah, the movie, I got it on Redbox a couple of days ago. It didn't win anything though. Lighthouse.
No.
Yeah, it didn't win any Oscars. I can't speak and say if it should have. I've heard it's really good. I've heard good things about it. We had it. Movie night. We were having a movie night with some of our friends. I had the movie. And I was like, "Who's trying to see it?"
We watched Meet the Parents.
Yeah, dude.
Bro, totally worth it.
It was good. Meet the Parents is a classic.
It was funny.
And it was your first time seeing it.
Yeah, so it was even funnier.
You weren't expecting De Niro to be like,
no.
You flipped out when you saw it.
I was like, "What the fuck?
He's the dad."
Yeah.
Dude, that's what makes it so funny.
I didn't know.
You have such a classic actor. He's playing this
dude that played Taxi Driver and shit.
Yeah. So that movie is funny, but I was expecting us to see, because we talked about movies we both haven't watched on the podcast before.
Yeah.
You know, like I haven't seen Watchmen, and I really want to see Watchmen. You say Watchmen's good. You haven't seen Batman vs Superman. Yeah. I said it gets hate, but it's not all bad. I said you should at least watch it. So I have that as well. Another movie. This other movies. What else is there?
Although we wanted to watch Skyfall.
Okay, yeah, Nick brought over Skyfall.
No,
but I mean, like, there's been times on the podcast where I say, "Dude, you haven't seen that?" Like, "Oh, we gotta watch that."
Yeah, we're gonna start having like weekly movie night. Do you want to have movie nights where like
we should do it Fridays?
We do them like. That would be so cool, dude.
Fridays would work.
That would be such a good part of my week, and we could do it like where we could watch 2 movies.
Yeah, dude.
Because like instead of just having one, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, but anyway, we had a movie night. Haven't seen The Lighthouse, but I'm probably gonna see it before I turn it back into Redbox. I don't know. I have an essay due tonight, and I really want to watch it. I can't watch a 2-hour movie and not work on my paper.
I think it's only like an hour and like 40. It's not like a. The cast is like literally like what 2, 3 maybe max people.
Yeah, like 3 or 4.
Like it's a story that's like short.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see that, but anyway, 1917 won cinematography. Roger Deakins.
It had to, bro. The whole selling point of that movie, it's like a continuous shot.
The whole thing is a continuous shot?
There's 36 like cuts, but they're like literally when soldiers are passing by each other, like when they're in like the tunnels, and like it goes from like follows a character, goes into the dark. That's a cut. If you ever saw that movie Birdman.
Yeah, there's secret cuts all over Birdman.
Yeah.
Like where it looks
like blurs,
it looks continuous, but like the camera will come out of his like room or his house or whatever.
Yeah.
And it'll show the house, like night will pass, and then it'll just zoom and he'll like walk out like the next morning.
Yeah.
I love those kind of shots.
Dude, I see behind the scenes and stuff like they were like running or something, and the camera was literally like
and it's like the guy's running.
It was like No, it was like coming down like a zip line, and then like
really?
the guy like grabbed the camera off the zip line and kept running with him, dude.
Oh wow.
The way that they executed it was so cool. Like they literally go from like driving on trucks, and then like the guy like jumps off and like grabs the camera.
I saw that behind the scenes.
And I've seen like what cinematographers have. They have like this giant like apparatus that like, and it's like a crane behind them, and it dude.
I saw one of those in person.
That's what I would love to do. Dude.
When I went to my art class down the street or down the hallway from my art class at Northwest Vista was I guess the film classes and all that, and someone had on one of those huge rigs and they were like testing it out and they were like moving, and I was like, dude, oh my god, and I was like sitting in the hallway just like staring at them.
It's so cool.
I thought it was really cool.
It's so cool.
But okay, well that's a given then. 1917 one. That sounds
yeah.
deserved. I did see the one behind the scenes clip, and I just thought like, oh my gosh, like this is crazy. I didn't know it was one whole shot though. That's insane.
Yeah.
It looked practical too.
Yeah,
like
it did.
Because it had like people running. There was like explosions going off in the background. That's really cool.
Yeah, dude. Even in the trailer, like when he's freaking running on the battlefield and it just follows.
Yeah,
and like
that's
zooms
the
out.
That's the scene I'm talking right there.
So 1917, well deserved. We didn't see it, but like I feel like looking at behind the scenes and knowing like the whole how much work goes into something like that is very admirable. So good job. Was it Roger Deakins?
Yeah, I think the average moviegoer doesn't really think that much into what goes into making a movie. I think a lot of people just watch it and they look at the acting and like what's the story. They don't really think too much about like the filming, the color grading, like all the stuff that goes into it, the editing, like everything. It's insane.
Dude, yeah.
The amount of work that goes into it.
Did you know when they shot Baby Driver in it came out in 2017, so I guess 2016. Like Edgar Wright would play music like out loud whenever they would do scenes that were like synced up with songs. So that whole shootout scene where they're just like firing like cops to like tequila, he would just play it out loud, and like they would have to sync up their shots and stuff.
Oh, so they like practice like okay.
Yeah, or like they would have headphones. It's like
oh, that's cool.
Like
that's really chill.
Yeah,
that whole movie. I know if you're listening to the movie with headphones or if you have a good surround sound system, whenever there's a scene where Baby takes out like the right one, it's like you hear the music in the left side of the like headphone, or in the if you have a surround sound on the left side, and if he takes the left one out, you hear it over here.
It like mimics his like.
That's pretty chill.
I love that attention to detail, dude.
All the little details like that, they really make a movie.
That's so cool.
Best supporting actor in a role, Brad Pitt won for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Dude, I love this speech, man. Did you hear what?
I saw it. I remember I watched it. What did he say? Pretty much.
He was like saying, he's like, I remember like moving to like California and like my parents like, he like supported him and all this stuff, and he pretty much like talked about like how like his kids inspire him, and it's like his life kind of like mimicked the title like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It's I
heard him say that.
It's like what a dream come true.
I heard him say that he said something nice like to Leonardo DiCaprio. He's like, I'll ride your coattails any day.
Dude, I love when they do. That was such like a good pair, dude. When I just saw the
that movie was awesome. I love that movie.
Yeah, that was an awesome movie.
I remember when I saw it.
Dude, it's so much fun, dude. It's such a fun movie.
Oh, I know, dude. I actually that movie was up for best of the year.
Best picture?
Yeah, best picture. And dude, the best picture and best actor ones, I was like, dude, I don't know who's gonna win.
Dude, yeah, a lot of good movies came out this year.
There was a ton.
So much good movie.
Yeah. Let's see, I'll save those for last. But we have so we did actor and supporting role. The actress in supporting role was Laura Dern, Marriage Story. You saw Marriage Story, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Marriage Story. She played the Scarlett Johansson character's her attorney for the divorce.
Yeah, she played. Did you see it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I told you to see it.
Oh, you're right. Dude, that I liked her actually. Before I saw Marriage Story, I actually saw a clip of her like explaining like oh, women are supposed to be perfect, and like people like fathers can like fuck up.
Yeah.
And it's like it's so and I just saw that clip and I was like, wow, like I really should see the movie. Yeah. And I like her. That was.
They showed that clip.
I didn't like her in The Last Jedi as that freaking Holdo chick.
Oh, that was her?
Yeah, she's the same chick that freaking.
I didn't recognize her.
Lightspeed. Yeah, she had that purple ass hair.
Okay, yeah, I don't like her in that movie.
I didn't like her, but when I saw her in this, I was like, all right.
Damn. Okay, I didn't know she was in Star Wars. That's cool. All right. Well, yeah, I think.
Yeah, I think that was well deserved.
Who else was in? They had. Who else was up for that? Kathy Bates and Richard Jewell, Scarlett Johansson and Jojo Rabbit, Florence Pugh.
Oh, Florence Pugh.
Yeah, Pugh.
Wait for what? Little Women.
And then Margot Robbie and Bombshell. Those are the other.
That's the girl that was in Midsommar. Just to let you know.
It? Is she one of your like crushes?
No, not really.
Okay. Nick has a list of girls where anytime they pop up, he's like, bro, she's bad.
They're called celebrity crushes, all right? It's like people I know I don't have a chance with, but I just like to get it out there.
I don't have anything like that. Like,
really?
I can every single celebrity.
Bro, shut the fuck up, Karen Gillian.
No, that was.
Bro, in high school you were obsessed with her.
That was cap, bro. That was like.
You were just fucking her, bro.
I mean, Karen Gillan, it's not Gillan.
No, I wouldn't know. I saw her in Jumanji though. She was pretty good.
Yeah, she blew up right after I was like telling everyone like, dude, this chick's awesome. And then I mean, she was in Guardians, but people didn't really know because she was like bald and had her whole face, so no one recognized.
Did she really shave her head? She didn't shave her head.
She did I think for both of them actually, but I don't. She did not for Infinity War and for Endgame.
Yeah.
Because she actually.
It's like growing your hair out.
Yeah, it takes forever.
4 times, bro.
I know she shaved it. I think for sure Guardians 1. I don't know if she also did for 2 or not, but because I remember there was a Comic-Con and she was there and she had like her a wig on. It looked good, and then I think she was like, oh, like. And she took it off, and I was like, she had a bald ass head. But I thought it was funny. No, but I mean, obviously, everybody in Hollywood is like attractive. Like, yeah, like every single.
That's
person.
why you're there.
Like, bro, have you seen Danny DeVito, dude? Like, fuck.
Bro, sex con.
Yeah. So.
Like Ron Jeremy.
My
Magnum con.
From my monster dong. Dude. I love it, bro. Have you seen Batman, the one that he plays the Penguin?
Yeah.
Dude, he's so
Is that when he has... Oh, dude. That's when he actually has a penguin-looking face.
They give him, like, a prosthetics to make him look ugly as hell. He's in this big-ass fat suit, and his fingers are, like, stuck together.
He kind of is a penguin.
Yeah. Dude, he played the role really well, actually.
He's in Jumanji, too.
Yeah.
He played freaking... what's his name? The grandpa.
Yeah, that was all. Dude, the acting was really good for that. No, yeah, but I don't really have celebrity crushes. Like, I obviously in high school I did, like probably, but now I'm more so just like, oh yeah, I like their acting, or like, oh I like that. I don't really. I'm like, damn, bro, they fucking bad. Like, I'm.
You can admire actors more for like their talent and stuff, rather than like their.
I know you have a list of actors you probably like, and the ones that are just bad.
Yeah. Fuck, but I agree. I guess you're right.
What's an actress for you that is like? You only like them because they're bad. You don't really care about
because their looks.
Yeah.
Well, they wouldn't be an actor. I mean,
there's some actors that aren't that good. Like they're just there for their looks.
Off the top of my head, I couldn't think of one, but one that I admire because like she's just really pretty and like actually a really good actor, Scarlett Johansson. I've liked your bro since like Iron Man, bro. Dude, she's pretty, bro. She's really pretty.
I think someone said she fell off. I think it was our friend Jaden.
Scarlett Johansson? She was in 2 movies this year.
I know she was. I think he just means she fell off, like she doesn't look as hot.
Oh.
Like Cody said the same thing.
Yeah, she looks different, obviously.
You know, Cody doesn't like her no more because he said she got a breast reduction. So he was like, bro, why would you get rid of those? And I was like, dog, like...
It's an inconvenience for him.
Dude, it would be... Yeah, I know, for him.
That's the problem. Oh, dude, our friends are some dogs, bro.
Yeah, they are.
Our friends are some dogs.
Best animated feature.
Toy Story 4.
I guess that's a given.
Yeah, it was really good.
I mean, the animation is insane, and that one, a lot of them...
Yeah, especially from the first one. It looked very...
Oh, yeah, the first one's like...
Looking back, I was like, holy shit, like, this was...
Dude, it's so crazy. Like, the opening of that movie takes place, like, before Toy Story 3.
Came out in 99.
No. I mean, the opening of Toy Story 4.
Oh, yeah.
The opening of Toy Story 4.
Oh, yeah, there was that flashback about how...
And it shows how Bo Peep and him and how he went and saved the RC car.
Dude,
the way the water looks in the drain and stuff, it looks like it's a real drain with like a real street, everything.
Yeah.
The animation's insane nowadays.
Dude,
man.
yeah.
Like Pixar they're going
great
hard.
studio, dude.
Yeah. Let's see. What else? How to Train Your Dragon. I think Emily wanted that to win.
Isn't that the one where he has like a girlfriend? That meme where he's like
the white one. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like me and my friends.
And then Missing Link was also up. That's where Hugh Jackman played.
Oh yeah, that one looked pretty cool actually. I wish I'd seen that.
I mean, I guess given Toy Story 4, yeah.
Dude, nostalgia, man.
Yeah, it is. Best achievement in costume design. Do you remember off the top of your head who won?
Ah, dude, in costume design.
I'll name. This would be kind of fun. You don't remember, so I'll name the movies and you guess who won.
Oh, for the thing?
Yeah.
Okay, Oscars. Sure. So, do you have the nominees and the winners?
The nominees and the winner.
Oh, okay.
The nominees were The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Little Women, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Joker won Best Costume Design.
No.
What?
It was Little Women.
Shut the fuck up, dude! I swear. Oh no, Joker won the freaking best score.
Adapted screenplay, right?
No, adapted screenplay.
Oh, that was JoJo.
Yeah, that means like it's from history.
Yeah. Well, no, because they were nominated for adapted though, because it's based on comics. So.
Oh, okay, yeah, adapted from something. Oh, yeah. No, yeah, Joker won best score.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, dude. I mean, we've talked about.
I actually, for costume design, I haven't seen Little Women. My mom did.
Yeah.
She told me it was pretty good. I haven't seen it yet.
My mom says she didn't like it.
She didn't like it.
Yeah, we should have gone on here. She saw a lot of the movies.
She probably seen more than us. You're like, I saw that. Like,
we saw a lot of movies together this past year.
Yeah, you guys saw.
We made it like a thing
that special Q&A thing.
To
Alamo Draft House.
For what?
For Uncut Gems.
Oh yeah.
I looked it up and I saw like it's so cool how they do all these things, bro.
Dude,
like,
they make watching movies enjoyable. It's not just like show up, get your popcorn. It's like Q&A stuff. You can win prizes. I've won like not one, but I bought like a T-shirt from there. Mm-hmm. Give you food.
Did you try the chips and queso?
Dude, I did.
Yeah, it's good, right?
It's so good.
It's amazing.
Dude, that's so good. It has like chili.
They put something in it, and you taste like a hint of lime and cilantro, but it's still got like the spice. It's so good. Queso, it's the best queso.
We gotta find a way to get it here,
dude.
If we ever do that movie watch thing, dude,
sponsor us. We will put the queso on the podcast. We'll do a whole food review.
Dude, I could get him to sponsor us, bro.
Dude, we can hope.
I could figure it out. That's all I did for my film internship last year was try to get sponsors, bro.
Dude.
And we got them to sponsor us.
I would love to get Alamo Draft House. Like, yeah. They're probably my favorite movie theater now.
They are. Dude, they're going to build one by La Cantera.
Yeah, I can't wait till
I'm
gonna go to them all the time. Because right now, I still go to them. It's a bit of a drive. Because the closest one is like at North Star.
Yeah.
Which is like a good 6... Oh my god.
Fuck it, man.
Oh, we just got... I know you guys probably heard that. We just got Nick's dad outside using the buzzsaw to cut some wood.
Yeah. Oh, well.
It's like, we don't have a full-on studio yet. Wait till we... Well, as soon as
you guys get the ambience of my house.
Yeah, a soundproof room, bro. Imagine.
I mean, thank God I have that freaking...
Yeah.
There's like a carpet like off-screen on the wall. If you're listening, you can't see it, but it's like to help reduce sound.
Hopefully that's gonna get picked up, but there's no way.
Sounds like we're working outside of freaking construction zone.
Hopefully.
He has a jackhammer.
Oh my god, dude! No, Alamo Draft House. I love that company, bro. It's so,
yeah.
I went to them before because they had a couple years back. It was in 2014, I believe, because they had the 50th anniversary of the the Beatles, the band.
Yeah.
They made back when they were first growing.
Yes.
I wonder how some people be sleeping on like.
I'm aware.
We'll see. But pretty much, they had a movie because when they first blew up, kind of like Elvis. You know, how Elvis had movies like.
Yeah. Like he did act for a while, didn't he?
Yeah, the Beatles did the same thing. They had a couple movies, but the first one was in black and white. It was released in '64, and it was off of their album. It's called A Hard Day's Night, and they had a whole movie on it. It's kind of like a comedy. You wouldn't really enjoy it probably unless you were a fan of the group. Like it's kind of funny. It's got like a little like British humor. Mm-hmm. I've seen it, and I'm a big fan of the Beatles, so I enjoy the movie. I feel like you'd have to be a fan of them to enjoy the movie though, because like
watching them act and stuff.
They play them. They don't play like other people. They play themselves, but it's more of like it's kind of like their life, but it's also not because it's not that outrageous. Like obviously they have screaming fans and stuff like that, but there's like a scene where they. There's a scene where they like run out in a field and they like I think they get into a helicopter or something. It's funny. It's actually really well made.
It's like a heist movie.
No, the second one they made another one. I think it was released in '65. It was called The Beatles Help off of their same album called Help, and that one is actually got a plot. The other one was pretty much just them playing their music and like stuff like that. And then one of them gets sad, but then he comes back and joins the group. Like that's pretty much the plot of the first.
Probably like happened in real life.
Yeah, but the second one, it did actually. In the '67, he quit the band, then he came back, and they had like flowers all over his drum set, and they like said like we're sorry or something, and he came back.
Oh.
Yeah, but '65 they had the movie Help, which actually the plot of that one is the drummer has like a big ass pinky ring because he liked wearing rings on all his fingers.
Yeah,
and it's got like a big like red diamond. And the diamond is like a jewel that people are trying to get back. So they're trying to... It's stuck on his finger or something, so they try to get it off of him or something. They want to kill him because they can't get it off, so they're just going to cut off his hand or something. It's more like, what the heck is going on? But anyway, Alamo Draft House was doing a 50th anniversary of the first one. And that's when I first went there. Because they had like a whole thing for it. You show up, they're giving they ask what you want to eat, and then they had the movie on from like 50 years ago. And I was like, dude, that's so cool.
Dude, I love that the trailers they show before pertain to the actual.
Yeah, dude, it's a Hourly Office is amazing.
I forgot what movie I saw. It was some. Dude, I don't know. It was definitely like an 80s or 90s like esque movie, and they just showed trailers from
back then.
From
That's amazing, dude. I love Alamo Drafthouse. Best chips and queso. Like, dude, we live in San Antonio, Texas, and they have Mexican food here everywhere. And this movie theater has the best chips and queso I've ever had.
Probably got the people from like Mama Margie's.
It's amazing. Anyway, I'm probably gonna see Parasite there, but Little Women won best costumes.
Yeah.
I actually kind of thought, I don't know about costumes. I think it was it costumes or there was something else, but I actually thought Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was gonna win.
That had really good costume design too.
Because they had really good costumes, and I think it was set design that I think they should have won. Maybe they did win, but for set design, like it's like taking place in like the 60s, you know?
Yeah.
And like there's like scenes where they're driving down like the street and they're showing like the 60s street. It looks
like the Cinemax.
It looks amazing, dude.
And all the cars and stuff too.
Yeah.
I think Parasite, honestly, like, you wouldn't agree because like you have to see it.
I haven't seen it yet.
It had good. I don't know if he was even nominated for set design, but they built the entire house that the movie takes place in.
I finally watched the trailer for it. And
yeah,
so
which did you see?
The house. I saw the one where it starts off and it shows the people living in like the poor area.
Yeah.
And then
does it start when he like flicks the fly?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the good trailer. The other one is like
Okay. I saw that trailer and then I guess the plot is they're trying to like deceive a rich family, so he's going in to like be like someone's art teacher or something like that.
Like a tutor.
Like a tutor, and I guess he's gonna try to finesse to get money out of them or something.
Yeah.
Because dude was like, "Oh, open our windows, we'll get free fumigation." I was like, "Damn, bro, what the hell? Fucking blowing fumes in your house."
Whole thing is like pretty much like the story of like these two families that are just like parasite, like leeching off the richer family.
It definitely got me more interested.
Yeah, it's a story about like class and stuff,
mm-hmm.
but there's so much more to it. Like it's said in the trailer, like you think it's one thing, but it turns into something so like wicked and like.
Because my dad was like, "I heard it was a comedy," and I was like, "I don't think so." I was like,
"It's funny until like the last 30 minutes, and you're just like, holy shit."
Yeah.
And it's so like, since we're talking about it, we know that it won like best picture, best foreign film, best director. Yeah, Bong Joon-ho.
And it also won. I have it right here. It won achievement in that's director. Yeah.
Yeah.
Achievement in director. What else it won, bro?
But while you look through that, it's really like it's just such a well like crafted story. It's one of the stories where I don't think there's any like plot holes or like anything missing, and there's like a lot of foreshadowing and stuff that comes back and like repeated shots, and you're just like, oh, like that's used in this, and it's just so he did such a good job in that movie, and I'm glad that a foreign film won Best Picture because like when they were giving their speech, they're like, I feel like
first time ever.
Yeah.
They've also won an original screenplay.
Yeah, dude, for sure. But it's so like interesting that a foreign film wins like Best Picture because like the Oscars is like an American thing.
That's amazing.
And it's like it's like connecting the foreign cinema to American cinema.
Dude, it's great, and I love how the director said. I don't know if he said it. I don't think he said it at the Oscars. I think he said it at another thing that he won at.
Mm-hmm.
He said like once you
once you overcome that like barrier of like that 1-inch barrier of like subtitles.
Yeah, he's like, then you get introduced to like a whole another set of films. It's like amazing films.
Yeah.
Oh man, we got some more buzzsaw action going on.
That's gonna be, he's fixing a fence out there. It's okay, dude. If we had one mic, it would be so bad, but you guys can hear. I'll fix it in the sound editing, bro.
Let's see what else. We got adapted screenplay Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah, that was an interesting way he approached it. Like it's another film I haven't seen, but I've really like studied.
I wanted to see it. I told Emily like months ago, but Emily was scared.
It's obviously a satire on like Hitler. She's scared. Hitler.
I always joke around because I'm always like, remember that with the Star Wars episode? I was like, she was too scared to see that one. Oh no, the year review one. I was like, she was too scared to see like Midsommar or.
She would freak the fuck out of that movie, dude.
Dude, she's scared of like freaking Chucky.
What the hell?
Yeah, like
Chucky
Child's Play. The new one
that's a funny movie.
I haven't seen it.
He just plays like a salty little like.
I know.
It's a serial killer inside of a doll.
You don't know what.
And he's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you don't know what it took for me to get her to watch. Hang on, saying the podcast.
Can you see?
You don't know what it took for me to get her to watch Halloween.
Halloween.
The first one, Michael Myers from the 70s, because I really wanted to see the like kind of reboot. It wasn't a straight reboot. It was a sequel to the first. You know, the one that came out like last year.
Oh yeah, Halloween. That one looked weird.
It what they did, because in the 70s and I think it went into the 80s, they made like fucking, even though up until like 2000, they made a ton of Halloween movies of Michael Myers. They had like Halloween 1, Halloween 2 with Return of Michael Myers, Halloween 3, which he's not even in.
There's like 9 of them now.
Like Return of Michael Myers. Like
all those 80s slasher movies, like
they made like
Friday the 13th, Freddy. They gotta stop.
They made so many.
Stop.
So, yeah, oh heck yeah. So pretty much.
That's gonna go off every time you talk too long.
Yeah,
Buzzsaws. It's gonna.
Telling you to like shut up. It's like the Oscars.
Oh my god.
When they tell you like, bro, you gotta shut up, bro. Go sit down. Dude, they gave you like Brad Pitt said, because like I've always wondered what the time is, but when Brad Pitt went up,
probably have like a giant jumbotron.
He was like, I only got 45 seconds, and he's like, so I'm gonna make this quick, and I was like, oh damn, they gave him 45 seconds. Like shit, dude. I would freeze up. I'd be like, God, who can I thank?
I'd probably just thank my mom.
I would thank my parents.
Thanks. And then just leave.
I would, dude. I feel bad because like, if you're one of the actors or something that went, I would probably if I was like an actor and I like won that, I'd feel bad because I would know like, dude, there's so many people in there that are doing like lights, like the camera work, like all this stuff, and like I'm the one winning this because of like them. Like, I would, and I'd be like, dude, I can't remember their names, bro. I'd be like, oh god, and, like, that's how I would feel.
I'd say thank you to everybody that worked on the film.
Yeah.
And thanks to my mom.
Yeah. But Jojo Rabbit, dude, looked really interesting to me. I really
he focused on like I was watching I follow a lot of film accounts actually, and you got to find good ones because a lot of them just repost the same shit. But I found one where it gives like facts behind it. Like every time they post, they put like 3 or 4 facts behind the movie, and they're like, the Germany during World War II, right? World War II is actually a very like bright and like stylish place, and that's why Jojo Rabbit like emulates that. He tried to focus more on that side instead of in war movies. It's
swastikas on them.
Yeah, bro. People were just like with their Ray-Bans.
Yeah, the swastika on the Ray-Ban.
Oh my god. Have you ever seen that? Like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where Frank has like his flag, just like 4 Fs, but it's like a swastika.
Oh my god, no, I haven't seen that.
Dude, oh my god. No, but yeah, it was pretty cool how he approached it differently. Because in war movies, Germany's just always been depicted as like dark, and it was refreshing to like see that.
I'm excited to see.
It's hard to talk about a film I haven't seen.
Yeah.
Besides that, the story looks really cool, and I've seen that scene where like they say Heil Hitler like 30 times.
I think
there's just like 6 dudes, like 8 dudes in a room, and I was like, Heil Hitler.
Every time they like introduce each other, they got to say it.
I know.
Like Taika Waititi said like I think he was like he wanted to show how ridiculous like that the rules were, so he purposely made a scene.
Yeah, you had to do it for everything.
They say it like 43 times in 1 minute. I
think
ridiculous, bro. God, imagine being Nazi. All right.
Imagine.
Nick, I might need to borrow your charger.
Oh yeah, if you for sure.
Because I'm on 1% currently, and I have all the like nominees and stuff up. Yeah, 1 second. All right, we got achievements in visual effects. Do you remember who won? This is the one that Endgame was nominated for.
Give me the nominees.
Okay. Endgame
takes one out.
Might win. Irishman, Lion King, 1917, and The Rise of Skywalker. Visual effects.
Huh.
CGI. VFX. Who would you if you were the what do they call them? Who are the people? The Academy. If you were the Academy, bro, who you picking?
I wouldn't want to be the Academy. It's one more time.
Who are the people that even vote? Is it like critics? Who
it's a very like select group of.
Like, is it film critics or who is it?
Yeah, I don't even know.
It better be like prestiged critics. It better not be the people that are like shitting on movies that they haven't even like.
Not.
You know.
It's not Rotten Tomato critics.
Okay, well, who do you think won?
Say it one more time.
Irishman. Keep in mind they de-aged them.
Yeah.
Endgame, Lion King, 1917, or The Rise of Skywalker.
1917. How would that have?
They probably had a mix.
Rise of Skywalker.
And, no, they did not win. It was 1917. They won a lot of stuff. This one I'm kind of okay with, I guess. I feel like CGI or like the VFX one is a hard one to give out because I think if the visual effects are good, you shouldn't even notice them.
Yeah.
You know, like if I'm there, I'm like, oh, like I can. That's
shouldn't go to see a movie because of the VFX.
Yeah, if I see a movie and I could, like obviously if I'm seeing like a ton of flying starships and Star Wars,
yeah,
I'm gonna know they didn't.
Like Blade Runner had it, but it wasn't something I thought about when I saw the movie. Yeah. I was like, oh, the VFX. It was just part of the story, like flying cars and even the freaking when he's like walking around the city and the billboards reach out at you. That one scene where he's just like that joy bot. Dude, that was a good shot.
I love that, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah, and I was just amazed by like what was happening in front of me rather than like thinking like that's a good VFX.
Dude, that shot's amazing. That's why I'm so glad he won. Like going back there, dude. If he wouldn't have won, I would have rioted. Like straight up.
What do you mean? You would have shot at the Academy?
No. I'm not saying.
Oh, rioted. I think meant like
riot.
rioted. Like you were gonna ride by. I don't know. Fuck you.
Drive by.
You don't even know who they look like, bro. You know you're going for it.
Yeah, but 1917. What I'm saying is like, a lot of times, obviously, if in Star Wars and I'm going there, I know for a fact the lightsaber isn't a real like beam of light that's cutting through shit, or I know that it's not really like a ton of flying spaceships shooting shit. I know that's not happening, you know.
Yeah.
But in a movie like, for example, The Irishman, if I can look and say and I can tell where the CGI is, I think if you don't notice CGI, that's how you know it's good. And the same thing with editing. You know, because a lot of people, I feel like best editing, a lot of people just give it to whatever has like the most edits, but like it shouldn't be the most edits. If a movie is edited well, then you're not gonna notice any of the edits. Like it's just gonna like flow perfectly. So I think
probably like Birdman in 1917. Like
I think editing and VFX a lot of times are the hardest ones to give out the awards, because I think it gets misconstrued, like the amount of VFX and like the amount of editing. They usually give it to that instead of thinking like, if it's good editing, I shouldn't even think about it. Like I won't even notice what's being edited in front of me. The cuts, like I shouldn't even notice it. And on top of that, like the VFX, I shouldn't even notice it.
Yeah,
you know, it should just be.
It should be something that just
exactly
fits in to make the story.
And
better.
I think if 1917 won, that must be the case. Obviously, we both haven't seen it, but I know they did a lot of practical stuff.
We got to come back and see it in a week and just be like, oh shit.
Yeah, that's probably gonna happen. I know movies that find a good mix of practical and then VFX shots, I think those are the ones that do the best. I think a lot of movies nowadays get too wrapped up in straight VFX. Like they don't even like make a costume anymore because they're like, oh, let's just put some like dots.
They did that for like Avengers. The whole suits they had on were just.
I mean, dots. That looked good though. I thought those were real suits.
Still, that's a lot more work for the fucking dude than just making practical suits.
I mean, it looks really good though.
You know how many like Captain America suits they probably have just like extras?
Well, they had the real suits for like they wore like their normal suits. Like Captain America had the Captain America suit and Black Widow had the Black Widow suit. They just put dots on their costumes and then they put the Avengers like time suits on top of that. Which I thought those were real suits. They looked legit to me when I saw that one shot.
Yeah.
But so that's really good. But I mean, I think for some movies it's a good idea to do that. Like one thing they did in Endgame, you know, the last scene when after Tony, I mean, spoilers if you haven't seen it by now, but bro, spoilers when after Tony snaps and he's like, you know, laying there like pretty much dead.
Yeah. And
like half of his face is like burnt, like the armor's stuck to him and all that. And
yeah.
He looks all bad. You know, that was actually pretty much all VFX. That whole thing, they didn't use like a practical effects. They didn't put on the makeup and like make it look like he's bloody and all that. And the reason why, because at first I was like, oh, bro, that's lazy. But then I thought, and the reason why they didn't is because they didn't want to get stuck into like one look. Like, let's say, because they went through a lot of different ideas for it. One of them, his eye was like out of his socket and it was like kind of like dripping down and he had like blood and all this. But they decided to not do that much because they didn't want it to take away from like his death. Like, because people,
everyone's like, what the fuck?
People be too focused on seeing how fucked up he is than like, you know, him like his acting and dying and like what people are saying to him, you know. And I think that's a good idea. So that means since they only did like one trail of blood for like the makeup, you can look up the behind the scenes and when they show him their acting, he doesn't really have anything. Like he just looks normal pretty much. But I think why that's good for this movie, at least, it's not good for all movies, but I think for this one it works because they didn't get locked in to something. So if they did do makeup and then they sent it to the VFX group and then they're like, oh, hang on, like we don't want it to look like that. Can you change it? Then they'd have to take off the makeup and then re-put on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it probably would have looked noticeable.
Exactly.
And stuff like that. That's smart.
I think it worked. You got to find the right mix, but 1917. Good for you.
Great job. Keep doing it.
Sound mixing, Nick. You know who won?
Sound. Give me the nominees.
Okay, you don't know.
I swear, dude. No, I
remembered this one. This is the one I remembered.
I think I remember this one too.
Okay.
We're about to find out.
Ad Astra, Ford versus Ferrari, Joker, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I think Ford versus Ferrari won, and I saw that one.
In sound mixing,
bro, what the fuck?
1917.
What the fuck?
Yeah, the one you're thinking of is, I think,
they won
sound editing. There was sound editing, and then there's sound
mixing.
Did
you say sound editing before? Oh no, you said VFX.
Yeah. Sound editing, Ford versus Ferrari.
Yeah.
Sound mixing.
And I saw that one. That was a very
heart-touching
film.
Yeah. When I watched the Emily and I did this thing where I was just like, oh, bro, like, hang on, like, for these are the nominees, like, okay, I bet it's gonna be this one. If I get it right, like you gotta like rub my back or something until the next one. And it's like, okay, she's like, if I get it right, then you gotta like do this or like something like that. We did that for these ones, and I got these two right. That's how I remember them, because I was like,
you're just like.
I was like, because I remember thinking like, okay, like, I was like, sound editing, like that was the first one they did, and I looked at all of them and I was like, bro, like cars, dog, like I was like all the like sounds of them, like yeah, I was like, bro, I was like Ford versus Ferrari. I haven't even seen it, got it right. Next one, I was like, okay, there's no way they win 2 times in a row, and I was like, they ain't gonna win sound mixing too, like it's cars, but come on. Then I saw the gunshots and I was like, that's.
Oh yeah, they show like previews of like.
They show like a little clip beforehand. Yeah, so then because of that, I was like, okay, I'm going with that. Got them both right. So if Emily, when you're watching this, you know, bro, take that L.
You remember.
Best live action short film. Do you care about that? I didn't see any.
I didn't see. Dude, they actually did a thing at Alamo Drafthouse where they showed all the Oscar-nominated short films.
Dude, that's awesome.
In a fucking row.
That's really cool.
I know. Fuck. We gotta start going together, bro.
Dude, we gotta,
Emily,
dude,
bro.
I'm so down to go.
Let's go on dates, bro.
I have the app and everything. I'm part of like.
Yeah, my mom's like part of the film club.
Yeah, dude,
and
it's so awesome,
man.
Yeah. I mean, we can say them, but like, I haven't seen any of them, so I feel like I don't have any content to bring.
Yeah, I mean, just for people listening that maybe missed it.
The Neighbor's Window is what won.
Sounds nice.
Good job. Maybe I'll watch it. Now it's animated short. I have seen, I think, one of these. Hair Love one.
Hair Love.
That's the one about. It was made by the African American people, and it was about like them learning to love their hair, because a lot of times they get bullied as kids because their hair's all puffy, you know.
Oh.
It was like something like that. Some good little film. They won. Good job. Nice film. Achievement in production design, Nick.
What are the nominees?
Okay, so production design, that just means like, I guess that's like a mix of like set design, right? Pretty much. Production design is about the same thing. Got a couple for you. I remember which one won, and I think I said that this one would win when I was watching it, so I was correct again on this. But I'll read them out to you because you probably don't remember who won. We have first nominee, The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I was about to pick 1917. Wait, I know what you've seen.
And Parasite. Well, no,
I know it's not Parasite.
But I got the other ones. Remember, I hadn't seen.
You said you got this one right.
I got this one right. I had not seen Ford vs. Ferrari or 1917. I got those two right as well. A lot of times you can just tell.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
So think about it, Nick. Set design, production design. What do you think should have won? They're talking like the whole production.
Say it one more time. The nominees.
The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite.
Just because you got it right, does that mean it's a movie you've seen?
No, because I didn't get the other ones right either. Or I hadn't seen the other ones.
I know you couldn't think it was Parasite because the trailer gives nothing.
Yeah. But Nick, I got the other two right for sound mixing and sound editing, and I didn't see either of those movies. I was just like, oh, gunshots? That sounds like sound mixing.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, yeah. Dude, the production design, the sets and everything in that movie are insane.
Yeah.
It looks and feels like you're really in
It's funny how it's like a set of a movie set.
Yeah,
it's so like, it's such
so
a meta film,
I
dude.
love it, bro.
It's such a, what's the word?
I'm probably gonna, I think it's out on DVD. I'll probably end up buying it.
Yeah,
I'd like to own that movie. Best motion picture of the year. We have made it to this one. Do you want to say this for last?
Best picture?
Yeah, or should we do best actor and actress first?
Let's do best actor and actress.
All right, we'll start with the ladies first. Best actress, Nick. Did you see the movie, or do you know who won?
Best actress?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, what's her name? It was for the movie Judy.
It was.
I know who it is though. I know the movie, but I don't know the name.
It was Renee Zellweger.
Renee Zellweger.
Congratulations. We also had Scarlett Johansson up for Marriage Story. Cynthia Evero for Harriet. Saoirse Ronan, Little Women, and Charlize.
It's Saoirse. People mispronounce it as Saoirse.
Which one?
Saoirse Ronan.
Oh, thanks for letting me know, Nick.
So if you ever meet her, you can just be like Saoirse, and she'll be like, oh.
I'd be like, Shosha.
Social.
I'll just call her Ronan. Miss Ronan.
Miss Ronan.
I have not seen that. Do you know what that's about? I honestly...
Which one?
Judy.
Judy? No.
I didn't even see a trailer for it. I didn't know it came out.
Yeah.
I felt kind of bad on that one. I was like, I have not seen that one.
Yeah.
It's the only one, I think, besides like the short films that I didn't recognize. Okay, well, that was... We'll do... Okay, performance... Wait, did I skip any? I feel like I skipped something before we get to the actors. Or like the actor. I just did actress, but we did costume design. Oh, we didn't do achievement in directing. You know who won Best Director?
Yes, Bong Joon-ho. I remember when freaking Spike Lee announced it. He's like, Bong Joon-ho!
Yeah.
It was funny.
Dude, yeah, he went up there like 2 or 3 times?
Yeah. He was so humble, dude.
Yeah, I love when people are actually humble.
He was he was thanking his nominees.
He literally thanked all
someone he looked up to.
And Martin, when he said Martin Scorsese.
Yeah, he studied his work. That was a really good quote, dude. The most personal is the most creative.
Yeah.
Like story-wise.
It's big facts.
Yeah.
Big straight facts.
I know.
I'm gonna skip this one. I don't. It's best document short subject. Learning to skateboard in a war zone if you're a girl won.
That's the title.
Yeah, that's the title. Oh. I'm sure that was good.
But you were reading like a WikiHow article.
Okay, this is the achievement in film editing. So this is the one I was talking about. How it's like hard. I think it's hard to tell. A lot of times they get it wrong because. I
also now like, editing. Okay.
I feel like in the past they've given it to ones where it's like, damn, there's a hell ton of cuts, like a fuck ton of editing in that one.
Yeah.
But it's just like if you can literally, if I'm watching the movie and I'm like, bro, it's cutting a shit ton. I don't think that's good. I think it's like I shouldn't be like, damn, it's cutting a lot. It should just flow.
Yeah.
I shouldn't notice the editing. Who do you? I'll tell you. Who do you think won, Nick? We got Ford versus Ferrari, The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, and Parasite.
So many like the same.
I know, it's pretty much all the same movies were nominated. I mean, The Irishman didn't win nothing.
Okay, yeah. I know Parasite didn't win that. I don't know did the Joker win anything? Editing?
The Joker won 2.
Yeah, it won Best Score.
Yeah.
Original Score.
And then it won Walking Phoenix.
Oh, and then Best Actor. Okay, good. So Joker's out.
That means you just got left with Jojo Rabbit and Ford versus Ferrari. Film editing.
Ford versus Ferrari.
Bro, there's a ton of drifting scenes, bro. You gotta,
Ford versus Ferrari.
Zoom in on the tire. You gotta zoom in on the fans, like taking like their sunglasses off.
It's like,
yeah, they did win.
Okay.
So, all right, I haven't seen it. I think Emily's mom said it was amazing, but I was like, Emily's mom.
It's good, dude. I've seen it.
It's really good.
I think it's good. Yeah.
How good is it? Because like obviously it's got to be good. But I've always thought, like, when you've seen one movie about, like, a race, given this one is, like, historical in a way and has good actors in it, I feel like most racing movies, like, if you've seen one, you've seen most of them. It's kind of like watching... Because it's like Matt Damon and Christian Bale. And they're, like, they're such a good pair together. Because one of them's, like, a really pissed off, like, washed up, like, racer. And the other one's, like, trying to, like, get him back to his glory of, like, of beating Ferrari and making their own car. And then there's like the history, and then like the racing is so cool. Dude, there's like one part where he's doing the freaking like laps around the race for 24 hours, and like his door like keeps opening and shit, and he's just like freaking slamming in shit. And like I'm not into cars, but it made me like I was just like, oh shit, dude. Yeah, I know Cody saw it, and Cody's like a car nut. I don't know. I guess Cody's in the cars. I don't know. Is Cody? I mean, I've grew up. He is. He has a Subaru, and he calls it a Subi and everything. So he's part of the culture, bro. Bro, he has like a Subaru Forester. It's not like he has like the Subaru like
The WRX, like the sporty ones.
He's got like the Subaru like Outback, bro.
It's like you want to go picnicking.
No hate, just like it's funny. I told my friend Steven, one of our friends. I was like, oh yeah, he's is Cody driving? Because he moved away. I was catching up with him.
Mm-hmm.
He says, Cody finally got his license? I was like, yeah. It's like, oh shit, what's he driving? He's driving a Subaru, and I didn't say like the rest. And he's like, damn, he's like, Cody got a nice whip, huh? And I was like, oh, it's a Forester. And he was like, oh, he's one of those kids. And I was like,
so you have a nice Subaru or just a shit one?
I don't know, bro.
You either get respected.
I mean, at this point, it's like every car, if it runs, bro, it's a car. That's the way I look at it. That's the way. That's the
classification of a car.
Yeah.
If it drives it.
I mean, if it gets me to point A to point B, yeah. I'm like, that's pretty much all.
I'm sort of into it, but I'm not trying to drop hella money on.
Yeah, I mean, I think
superficial shit.
I think I have a relatively nice car. I got lucky to have a nicer car.
Yeah, you have a Chrysler, motherfucker.
Yeah, I got a nice car.
I don't mean to say that to everyone now. They might come looking for you.
The YouTube money's just going hard. I'm just kidding.
$2. We've lost money to this.
I literally
just buying shit.
Yeah, true. you got to spend money to make money, man.
Yeah.
No, but I only got my car because someone like crashed and totaled my other car. So I got.
How did that happen again?
At school, I had parked. And given I was parked in a no parking zone,
everyone did that.
Everyone did.
I did that.
At our high school, we had
there was never enough parking.
There was A and B lots. There was a C, but that was for teachers.
In the back, right?
Something. There was pretty much two parking lots, like on the left side of the school and the right side of the school. And I had to park on the other. Well, it doesn't matter. I parked on one side of the school because it was closer to my last class of the day. So I'd park over there, and if you got a parking spot, like a legitimate spot, then you were good. But they would fill up so quick because I swear to God, they sold more parking tickets than they had parking spots just so they could make money. Because there's no way.
That's what they do with plane tickets because they bet on people not showing up.
Oh, it's so stupid, bro. Like, oh my God, what are these people doing? So they did that. So I show up. There's no spots. I've gone back and forth. There's no open spots. And on top, you can tell when there's no open spots because the no parking zone where it's a fire lane. The whole thing has cars just lined up.
Yeah.
Because it's like, if there's like 20 dudes parked in the no parking zone, they're not going to give a ticket to everybody. Like, come on, bro. Like, you can't do anything.
That's so fucking stupid.
Yeah, the school's dumb. But, so I parked there, and I didn't see it happen, but I can tell, like, I can see, it's like Sherlock Holmes when you inspect what happened. I can tell exactly what happened. So I'm parallel parked against the side of the curb. To the left of my car door, there are the other actual parking spots. I think one of the cars in the actual parking spot was backing out of their space to leave because they're backing out. And I think new drivers in high school, I'm guessing he's either shit and he just went straight into my car because there was a big ass dent like right by the left driver's side door. Like he either went and he just hit my car and then he left. I think I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I think this is more plausible because this happened to me once, but I didn't hit nothing. But it has happened to me once when I first started driving. A lot of times when you first start driving, you have it in reverse, you're going back, you forget that your foot's like over the acceleration and not the brake, and you push down to brake, and then you just push more on the acceleration.
Yeah.
It's like, and you're like, oh shit, and then you move over to the right one. I think that's what he did. I think he was backing up, he saw my car, and then I think he was like, okay, let me brake so I can change into my drive gear. And then he put more on the gas, and then he was like, because my car was a 95 Lexus.
Yeah, it was nice too. Dude.
Yeah, it was pretty.
I used to always get lunch in that.
Yeah, stuff. Dude, it was a 95 Lexus. And so back then, the car was made out of more like durable stuff than what is made nowadays. Because nowadays it's like some mix of like aluminum, like steel or whatever.
Yeah.
So but like in 90s, it was like, I think it was like straight steel, or like it was harder metal than it is now. They were made better. So he had to be going fast as hell to fucking dent my shit like that. So I think he didn't back up and just like bump it. He must have been backing up and then he tried to like press on the brake and he accidentally stepped on the gas and just went like 30 into my car. Because there's no way. So he dent my shit and then...
Yeah, it has to be shit too. Go like from what, 30
no
and like... A second, dude, you gotta slam your foot down.
Yeah, and the car, there must have been like it's not a big space, So he had to have stepped on it by accident or something, but he just drove off. He got away with it, bro. I'd have him on camera. I couldn't do no DNA analysis.
That Batman just detective
follow
the tire streaks.
I can see the paint color that is like that hit my car. I can now follow it through this, and
I can match it up with the license plate. I would just do it for fun. Yeah, I wouldn't even care. Just be like, oh, that was cool.
But yeah, so that's what happened. So because of that, my car was totaled. So I got however much money the car is worth. My insurance just said, okay, we can sell the car for you, and we'll give you all the money it's worth. So the Blue Book value, they just looked it up, saw what it is. Since it's totaled, they were like, we'll just give you all the money it's worth, and then you can use that to repair it, or you can buy a new car. So they gave me the money it's worth, and then they also gave me the option. They're like, I mean, we can sell it for you, or you can sell it, or you can just keep it. But since it's now totaled, that means you can't get full coverage on the car insurance. You can get totaled car insurance, which is pretty much just like the basic stuff. It's just like accident. Like that's it. They don't got like roadside assistance or like any of the other stuff. It's just the base minimum, you know? Yeah. So that's what so we have that, but I got the money from that, and then I was able to get myself the Chrysler. Because the Chrysler's price was obviously pretty big, but the amount of money that I got from the Lexus dropped it down to where it was more of like oh yeah, that's not that bad, you know?
Yeah.
For the car I'm getting. So that's what happened. And we still have the Lexus, so now we have like 2 cars on top of my dad's truck. So see, Nick, sometimes you gotta...
You can make choices.
Exactly. So that's what... We got on that because we were talking about Ford versus Ferrari when film editing.
Just to justify like that tangent. It's like, what the fuck?
International Film of the Year. Parasite.
Yeah, they just renamed it too from foreign film to international film.
Oh, really?
I don't really know why. I mean, I guess like a better title for it.
I guess I'd rather be... I don't really care if I was foreign or international. I mean, I guess maybe... whatever.
I don't know, maybe... Whatever.
There's a movie called Corpus Christi from Poland, and I was like, ooh, this is Corpus Christi a couple miles south from where we live. We got a couple more before we get to the final. We got hair and makeup. Do you know who won?
Joke. No. No. They didn't.
Nominated though. 1917, Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, Judy, Joker, and Bombshell.
Maleficent?
No, it was Bombshell. Bro, they got the blonde chicks with the big hair, bro. That was the one based on like the real life Fox scandal or whatever at Fox.
Oh yeah, dude, they used the bad guy for the trailer. It's like.
Oh god. Oh yeah, I saw that. I did see that.
It's so weird when they use like teenager songs for like a trailer about like 40, 50-year-olds.
So weird. When I saw
it's like they're trying to be hip about it. Like yeah.
I thought that was kind of odd too when I saw that.
It wasn't cringy, but it was just like
Margot Robbie misplaced. Margot Robbie's chill. I think I like her.
I like her too.
Is she one of your crushes?
Don't make it like that.
Is it?
She's someone yeah.
Is she more of the admirer or more of the crush, or is she both?
Like for her talent?
Well, is it one of the ones where you're like, she's bad, or is it like, oh, I like
her? No, she's beautiful.
So she's in a different
with her talent and her looks.
Oh, so she's in like
she's Australian,
she's in the
bro.
Third zone for you. Yeah, I know she's Australian. Did you see
she's
her
an
Hot
Aussie.
Ones episode?
No.
She was on Hot Ones. I saw that.
She's like hello.
God. People were making jokes. This is a point in the video where she was like, oh, I have the palate of like a 5-year-old. And she's like, so I don't like anything. And she tasted the first one, and she was like, oh, that's not too bad. And she was like, hang on, it's the first one, bro.
At the end, people are like crying.
Yeah, I know. So she went through it, and then she was, she's like, I think I'm okay now. She's like, because at this point, like, I just don't even feel anything like in my mouth. I was like, oh my god. But the people were making jokes in the comments because at one point she says like, she's like, oh my god. And she's like, do you mind if I take off my jacket? And people were just like, oh, like, yeah, like, you can take it off. And I was like, oh, what the fuck? So, yeah. That's a good episode. Achievement.
I like the Gordon Ramsay one, too.
Oh, yeah.
That one was my favorite.
I've seen that one. Yeah, I love that one.
Dude, he can...
scrambled eggs at the end.
Yeah, they always make him do that. I see so many videos of him teaching people how to make scrambled eggs.
Dude, scrambled eggs isn't even hard to make.
I tried the ones that he makes, though. They're, like, very, like... they're actually really good.
You gotta have skill, Nick. You
have to, like, cook it on and off.
On, off.
I know. It's like, off.
On?
Look at that.
Off.
Yeah. I was watching the video as I was making it.
Okay, achievement in music written for motion pictures.
Oh, Joker.
Yeah, original
composer.
Score. Joker won. Did that include the one song where he's in the bathroom?
Yeah. It's like, dude, that was like the main score that played.
Bro, that thing go hard, dude.
Dude, at the very end when it has the weird like the ending part, it has that weird like sound. I can't describe it.
I can't describe it.
It has like a Joker like clown like whirly effects.
I ain't gonna lie, I listened to the song when I was in the shower one time.
You're just like...
Like, I had the soundtrack on, and I played it, and I was in the shower, I had it on, and I was like...
You were doing the dance.
Yeah. I had, like, my soap in my hair, and I was like...
You were just dyeing your hair green.
Yeah, I did that for Halloween.
Yeah, you did.
I had the whole...
Dude, put up a photo right now. Hold on. Let me mark the timestamp, and you'll put it up, dude.
So I'll remember it easy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was joking.
It looked very weird because your makeup dried out.
It still looked creepy though. Like I think it kind of helped it out. I had shit makeup, but I think because of that, I ended up looking. I looked like a mix between Joaquin Phoenix's and like Heath Ledger's, because Heath Ledger's makeup was very like crusty at some points in the movie.
Yeah.
So, but no, yeah, dude, I'll throw that up. I was Joker for Halloween, and Emily was Harley Quinn. And last minute, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do the Joaquin Phoenix Joker, because I was gonna do just regular Joker. But when I saw how trash my makeup was, I was like, dude, like straight white face with just like red lips. I was like, it's gonna look so trash because the white paint was garbage. It kept cracking. So I was like, okay, the red and blue makeup didn't crack. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do that because it'll cover it with white.
I didn't know how to feel about the look of it at first, but now it's like iconic.
At first, I actually did not like it. I remember thinking,
I was like, it's very minimal and like weird.
Yeah, I thought
and more like a 60s-ish clown.
My hope was when I first saw it is I thought, okay, maybe that'll be his look at first, and then at the end we'll see like the iconic Joker look, which I guess we kind of did in a way, because at the very end he got like
it's just his white face and blood.
And he did that. I think he still had like the red nose a little bit, but the makeup had also kind of smudged off. So I guess we kind of did.
Yeah, he got in the car crash.
Yeah. Dude, I love that scene. I love how they play.
I wish it ended right there, honestly, when he was just like...
I thought that's how it was going to end.
That would have been amazing.
I would have been fine with that, too. Because, like, the last scene, I don't think it adds too much. When he's sitting there, and then he says, like, oh, you wouldn't get it. And then it's just like, that's life. And then, like... Yeah. And then he just, like, walks down, like... And he gets chased down the hall. Yeah. I like how it says the end, though. I guess they kind of wanted to say the end. So they were like, oh, what can we put here? We can't. Yeah. They could have ended it like at that and fade to black.
Dude, that would have been like,
I think I would have
one of the best endings of last year.
But what's cool is the font that says the end is the same font that says the end in Casablanca.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. It's the exact same font. You can look it up and look up like the ending of the Joker and ending of Casablanca, and they're identical.
That's so cool.
It's pretty cool they did that. Music written, motion picture, for a motion picture, original songs. It was the Rocket Man one.
Rocket Man?
Where they had Elton John perform.
Yeah.
It's called I'm Gonna Love Me Again.
Did Elton John write it?
Yeah. Music by Elton John, lyrics by Bernie Taupin.
Is that someone that like early in his career helped him write it or what?
I think it was the guy that also accepted it with him, which I think is like his husband.
Oh, wow.
I think. I could be wrong. I know Elton John has someone that's helped him write a lot of his songs, and that person ended up being like his husband. I believe so. But I haven't seen Rocket Man. I feel kind of bad that I haven't.
Yeah, you went to an Elton John concert.
Dude, I went to his farewell concert with Emily and my parents. Mm. So he pretty much made this whole thing. He's like, oh, I've reached the age. He's like, I want to stop doing like world tours. You know, like this is my last one. So I was like, dude, I got to see Elton John, bro. Like the dude's a legend. So I went and saw him. It's really cool. He had a album called Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. Mm-hmm. So this one, it was called like the farewell like Yellow Brick Road tour. And I bought a shirt, and it's like pretty much the iconic album cover, but it's like an updated picture of him, like, and he's like leaving.
Wow.
His last farewell tour. It's pretty chill.
That's cool.
It was actually a really good concert, like one of the best ones I've probably ever been to, dude. So
better than
if you haven't seen Elton John yet, I feel bad for you guys because he's not coming back. Damn. Better than who?
Than the KOD, J. Cole.
I didn't go to the KOD.
Oh, you didn't go to that one? I was mad I didn't go to that one.
I went to the For Your Eyes Only.
Oh. One. But we gotta go to a freaking concert as a squad.
I went to the J. Cole one was good. Like I like all kinds of music, but I think just like the nostalgia of like Elton John. Maybe if I saw like J. Cole's farewell tour, I'd be like, oh bro, like when J. Cole's like 70.
Yeah.
It's like, yo.
They just think I'm as a walker. It's like
yeah, so I don't know, but it's just I think that's why I think I like this a little bit more, because a lot of these guys that are like had these, you know, like the superstars, the music superstars from like 30, 40 years ago, they're all getting to that age where it's just like, damn, they ain't gonna be here the next 10 years, you know? Yeah. So it's like damn, bro, like these are their last chances to see them. It's the same thing with ELO, Electric Light Orchestra. Mm-hmm. They didn't have a farewell tour, but they had their first tour in America in like 20 years or something like that in like 2018. and I saw them. They went up to Houston, so I drove up to Houston with Emily and my parents, and we saw them. And that concert, honestly, it might have been better, like, concert overall than the Elton John one. But the fact that it was Elton John's farewell tour, like, pushed it up a bit. But dude, that concert was amazing because Electric Light Orchestra. If you haven't listened to them, I know they did like Mr. Blue Sky, the song that was in opening to Guardians too.
Yeah.
All their music is like amazing because they were like one of the first bands to like mix like orchestral music and like rock and roll, and they do it really good in a lot of their songs. And it was like very 70s. The podcast dog is shaking, but yeah, dude. So I guess I haven't seen Rocket Man, so I can't say. Have you seen it?
No.
Yeah, I'll see it eventually.
I kind of got.
I feel like Rocket
I was turned off by it because after I saw Bohemian Rhapsody, I was like, oh, they're just gonna keep making like biopics now of artists. It's like.
I think they came out like I don't know if that helped or hurt it in the box office. I know.
For me, I heard it personally.
Did you see Bohemian Rhapsody?
Yeah, I liked it.
That one was
very
really
touching.
Yeah, there was a couple things in there that were like they changed just for like the movie's sake.
Mm-hmm.
Like for example, in the end, they had it to where. I don't know if the mic's picked.
Dude, I listened to an episode where Sam's drinking water and I can hear it in the back.
I guess you can hear this. The dog is like drinking hard
Sam!
water right now.
Sam!
Dude, he's like chugging down the water. Oh my god.
Can't do it like normal.
Now he's coming back. He's gonna mess up the. Look at him. Yo.
Oh, come on.
Oh my gosh. The dog almost just knocked. Oh my god. It's.
You imagine if a light came down and hit me?
Dude. Okay. Let's get close to wrapping this up.
Wrap it up, Dean.
We did motion picture, right?
Best picture?
Were we saving that for last? I mean, we know who won. It was Parasite.
Yeah. I wish we could talk about it.
Well, we can talk about it a little bit.
Normally, I would probably just be like, all right, bro, if you're not going to see it. Like, if you weren't going to see it, I would probably just spoil it for you. Be like, I don't want to spoil. And you don't want to be spoiled for you.
I want to see it. I had a chance where I could have watched it.
But you should have just went by yourself.
Emily would have got mad at me. She'd be like, bro, like, I want to see it.
You got to be like, dude, I have a freaking podcast where I talk about movies. I got to stay on it.
Yeah, I've said that recently, and because of that, like, we've seen Emily's been more on it, because a lot of times before the podcast, I would be like, oh, you want to see this? And it's like, yeah. It's like, but I kind of just want to cuddle tonight. And I'd be like, what the I'd be like, okay. And then, like, we just, like, sit there, like, and then we're watching, like Impractical Jokers.
Oh my god!
Just like sitting there like cuddling, like that's it. Like so then.
Parasite is subpart of the Impractical Jokers.
So we would just push off movies, and then whenever we did that, we end up never seeing them, or we see them like months.
At least see a movie a week or something.
Yeah, I love movies, bro. Like if I could go every week, I would. They're expensive though, man.
Yeah, they are a bit.
That's how it is.
Especially IMAX, dude. $16.
Fuck yeah, man. I love Alamo Drafthouse, but I also do the IMAX sometimes is amazing, like the picture, the size of the screen and all that. But there was an Alamo Drafthouse movie I saw where I was like, damn, it's actually loud, bro. It sounds like IMAX. Like, holy shit, it's loud as hell here. Like, I don't remember what movie I saw at Drafthouse, but I remember thinking like, dude, this is like sounding like when I'm in IMAX theaters, and like, the whole shit is like shaking.
I think I saw Dunkirk in IMAX. I don't know if you ever saw that movie, but that was insanely loud, dude.
That's one of
the opening scene, like. They're just walking through like a desolate city and like gunshots just start going off, and I got literally scared, dude. I was like, oh, fuck.
Damn.
It sounded like a gun being shot like right next to you.
I think we're on the last one. I mean, if I missed one, whatever. My bad.
My bad.
We went through. I went through everything, but we got to talk about the best part of the Oscars.
What?
Eminem's performance. No, I'm just kidding.
So I'm like, did you tell me? Or no, my mom did. Like Martin Scorsese was just like sleeping in the crowd. He's out of it.
Oh, dude, I
didn't even know he performed. I just remember Billie Eilish's performance.
You didn't see Eminem's performance? That was before you started.
It's like, that's an awfully hot coffee. What was it? What did he perform?
The reason why he performed is because it was right. Wait, was it? It's weird because they had Elton John perform his song that he wrote for Rocket Man, that one.
Yeah.
But right before that, they had Eminem perform.
That's weird.
He performed Lose Yourself because of 8 Mile, the movie that he made.
Yeah.
So they...
Did it win anything?
What, 8 Mile? No, dude, that movie came out like 20 years ago or something.
Then why is he just performing it at the Oscars?
Yeah, I thought it was kind of
out
an
of place.
odd choice out of nowhere. Because like he hasn't really done anything too big. I mean, he's kind of... you know, he had his heyday. Now he's kind of just chilling, you know, enjoying his millions and his couch, watching TV. And Practical Jokers. You know, speaking of that, you know, Practical Jokers is having a movie.
Yeah.
It drops this Friday.
Really?
So when we're recording, it comes out this Friday.
But we got to do the review on that.
Draft House.
Really?
I don't know.
Oh, dude.
If it is, bro, I'll see it.
Dude, I love those guys. I would love to meet them.
Dude,
Joe's my favorite, bro.
Imagine if they win Best Picture.
Oh my god. Dude, they would probably just be like, we do not deserve it.
Yeah,
they're like next to some film that need.
Dude, it's pretty much like another Jackass movie. Like,
if they made a movie where they played serious roles and shit, and like,
imagine if they were actually good actors.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like, my mom fucking died. Like, then they would.
I mean, they kind of are. They kind of. I mean, when they act like in front of people without laughing, they kind of do a little bit of acting. You know, a little. They have some. They obviously have improv experience from doing the show.
Yeah.
Because they have to, the ones where they sit down and they're like gauging a group of people and they're acting like they're like doing a control group and like, yo, like Joe, like you gotta like say this, bro. And then he's just like saying it and he's like playing with the role and all that. He stays in it. If it was me, there'd probably times where I kind of like lose and I kind of laugh. But most of the time, a lot of them are good with not laughing. Like they'll.
I like when they play like the desk receptionist.
Oh yeah.
And he's just like call out these outrageous names.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking stupid.
I wonder how the movie, they have obviously a bigger budget in the episodes, so I'm really excited to see what they do.
One of my favorite like loser plays loser challenges, they had to get high fives from people.
Oh, yeah.
Just standing in a park. They'd have to take off a piece of clothing and they were both just down to their underwear and like some lady like high fives Mur.
It was Joe and Mur, right?
Yeah, I think some lady high fives Joe and so Mur's like, dude, that guy always gets the shit into the stick. He had to shave his eyebrows one time.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Oh, dude, he looked disgusting.
Dude, he looked so...
And they made him take his new driver's license photo and his passport photo looking like that.
Dude, and that made like the next season all the challenges even more harder because of how weird he looked.
He looked weird, and on top of that, then they made him wear like a wig of Q's hair. They shaved all his long hair and they gave him a wig, and he has to wear that for the whole season. And they said you can't wash it. So by the end of the season, it looks disgusting.
Dude, that's oh god.
And they had him do stuff like challenges when he falls in water and shit, and it's like.
Comes off.
Wigs are like gross, man.
Oh, like pond water. Dude, that's gross.
Yeah, man, dude. Alright. I don't even know how we got on that.
I know. Oh, you talked about like staying in instead of watching movies.
Yeah, right. The best, I think the only one that's left that we haven't talked about is the...
Best Picture.
We just talked briefly. Oh, Best Picture and Best Actor.
Oh, Best Actor.
Joaquin Phoenix won.
I think everyone kind of knew he was going to win.
Dude, I was hoping...
That was an insane
But
role,
in all
dude.
honesty, all the other people nominated... Like, hang on, let me pull it up. But all the other people nominated...
Yeah, DiCaprio played a good role. You know what Tarantino told DiCaprio when he was, like, getting into the character? He's like...
Like, for most... Or
for Rick Dalton.
Yeah,
he's like, okay, so, like, I'm playing this, like... You're gonna, like, just, like, play yourselves. Because you guys are playing actors who are, like, on their way out of, like, making movies. And they were just... Yeah, I was like, just you guys are like that, you know.
It's true. Where is it, bro?
It sounds like Quentin. Whenever he directs, he has a very just like honest and like blunt
yeah.
approach to how he wants something, instead of just beating around the bush and being nice about it. And
Antonio Banderas
yields good results.
Who's in Pain and Glory was also nominated. So was Leonardo DiCaprio.
That was a good movie, dude.
Adam Driver in Marriage Story.
Dude,
Jonathan Pryce in The Two Popes.
Wow, I never saw Two Popes actually.
It's on Netflix. I saw like half of it and then I haven't finished it yet. It's got Anthony Hopkins. I think he was also up for like.
I saw the trailer and I was like, bro, is that Hannibal Lecter? He's just freaking like.
Yeah, it looks interesting. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
I heard the whole thing, but it was pretty good, but obviously not good enough not to win.
Hey, you got nominated. That's insane.
Especially
by the Academy, like the most. I don't know, man. I don't take like. Obviously, I admire people that win Oscars and stuff, and it's like a big achievement. But I take like people that don't get nominated or snubbed with like a grain of salt, because there's other like film awards and stuff, like the Independent Spirit Awards and the Cannes Film and like Sundance Film Festival Awards. Because like I told you about that movie Uncut Gems, how like Adam Sandler didn't get nominated for any role, dude. And he's like someone that's had like a strange like movie history and going from like comedies,
straight comedies,
and then he does this really serious role, and like I don't know, to not get nominated for that is like insane. But he got an Independent Spirit Award for it. And he gave a really awesome speech saying,
good that he won something for it.
Yeah, like he gave a speech after he won the award. He was saying that like the Academy is pretty much like okay, so let me explain it. So he said in high school he like lost an award for like best looking to like some like jock, but he got like the best personality award. And he said the way he looks at it is like the Academy's like the kind of best looking like the best looking awards of the movie industry, and like it'll eventually fade out, but like Independent Spirit Awards and like the smaller film like award shows are like the personality, and like
that's actually probably true.
They're very like that. It'll always like be forever lasting and stuff.
That's probably
that was a really good speech.
That's pretty true, actually.
We should link the speech.
Yeah, okay, I'll put it in the description if you want to go.
Yeah, dude, for sure. I saw
that's
it on
another
Instagram.
movie I want to see. I was this close to seeing it.
Dude, the movie, I swear to God, it's like
it was in my
what?
I was about to buy the ticket, and then Emily wanted to see Frozen 2.
Dude, get the bro.
Frozen 2.
We got to do a counseling episode.
Hey, bro, but they had a.
You saw it again?
No.
Is that when you would see it with Cody
and Val?
Oh my God.
It was the same night because Cody wanted to see Uncut Gems. I was like, dude.
Where is Frozen at the Oscars? Did it even get nominated for best?
It had got nominated for song, I think. But Elton John won. But they had the girl perform it. Remember? Oh, you weren't there that early. They had the girl that plays
Elsa.
She came and she started singing the song for Frozen 2, and then they had all the other actresses for like the Japanese dub, like the Spanish dub, all of them, the other Elsas, they all like were singing.
That's cool.
They had like the different lines in different languages. That was actually pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah, you missed out some good stuff.
Damn.
Hating on Elsa.
I mean, I'm not a Frozen guy, so.
You didn't like Frozen?
No.
Well, have you seen Frozen 2?
I haven't seen either.
Oh, man.
Slept on it, bro.
But how you gonna have a podcast if you haven't seen Frozen?
Because it's not that important to me.
Oh,
dude, no, but Uncut Gems.
oh, yeah.
It's pretty much like Joker, dude. Like, dude, it's so freaking like. There's so many anxious like scenes that make you anxious, bro. Like there's.
You got Kevin Garnett in there.
Yeah, he's in it, dude. But there's like this one scene where I'm trying to like make it like spoiler free. So this character lost something and he's trying to like get it back, and like literally if he doesn't get it back, like something bad's gonna happen.
They gonna kill him.
Yeah, and like the people like literally freaking are there and they're like, okay, like we'll give this thing back to you, but like they couldn't get the door open, and like it's just it's a 5-minute scene where people are just yelling and like, yo, what the fuck, like I'm about to leave and shit. And I was like, oh my fucking God, dude. It makes you so anxious, dude. Yeah. It's like one of those movies where it's like I literally did not know how it was gonna end. I couldn't like predict anything because like shit would go like it was very unpredictable.
Like movies like that where they're not predictable, because I feel like majority of movies nowadays you can.
I know. I'll be
still
like
enjoy them. You know, some of them you can still enjoy. Like for example, like Endgame, I enjoyed because there was a lot of like fan moments. You know, but I couldn't. I knew at the end of this one like they were gonna win. You know.
Yeah.
I don't think I expected to have like that giant battle scene at the end. You know, like everything. I expected some type of battle. You know, but I wasn't ready for what happened. But at the same time, I knew it was gonna happen. You know? Yeah. So there's movies I think you can still enjoy that are predictable, but the majority of movies.
Yeah, they're just like, oh my God, like
you know what's gonna happen.
They're just like his mom's gonna die.
That's why I'm hyped to see Lighthouse, which also didn't get nominated for anything.
Yeah.
Kind of surprising. There,
a lot of indie films and independent. If you know the right studio, do like this. I'm sure you know like A24.
Well, the studio that did Lighthouse, yeah, they.
Dude, that's a really good independent. Yeah, they did Uncut Gems. They did Midsommar.
Yeah.
They did Hereditary. They are on it, dude. They have a new movie coming out called The Green Knight. It looks really freaking weird but cool, and that's a really good studio.
Like, look at that, bro. Like the last 4 movies they've done. Maybe they've done other ones, but the ones that
they've done so many. They've done like The Village.
Just named. Bro, Village, isn't that
M. Night Shyamalan movie?
Yeah, bro, that's on my. I have a list of like movies that like I haven't seen, but they're all ready to watch. And like whenever I should have done that like when we had the movie night when we were all like disagreeing. Yeah. I literally have a list of movies I haven't seen, and whenever there's like a time I'm hanging out with Emily, we're not doing anything, or I'm not doing anything or something, I'm like, yo, let me just watch one of the movies I haven't seen. I have a list ready for stuff like that. I should have pulled it out. When everybody was arguing about what movie to watch. Yeah,
dude, they did Lady Bird. They did this movie with Awkwafina called The Farewell, which is like
that's like Jaden's favorite actress.
I don't know. I didn't like her, but after like learning about the movie, it looked good. Rapper. It's like pretty much this Chinese family, like the grandma's gonna die, and like it's tradition that you don't let them know and just kind of let them live their life out. Ew. Yeah, like it's weird. Die,
or would you want people to like act like good?
Like
if
I would want someone to tell me, dude.
Like if I was chilling here and then I like got your mail for you, and then I opened and you got a note, and it's just like, oh, Nick has the coronavirus. Would you want me to like go and tell you, and be like,
well, you're telling me if I would want to know.
So I would just if
I was dying right now, I would want to know.
But if I found out you had the virus, I'm like, damn, I'm just gonna act like he's good, and I just threw away the letter, and then all I do is just like chilling around you, like covering my like mouth. I don't touch you. I'm just like,
I don't know.
You care?
I would
notice. Would you be like, well, what the fuck's wrong with you?
I'd probably pick up, but the whole movie is like, I would want to know. The whole movie is like the daughter wants to like tell her grandma because like she's close with her. Yeah.
Does she end up telling you?
I'm not sure. I didn't see the no.
Damn, man.
Oh, they also did Moonlight, which won Best Picture in 2017.
Yeah, I remember that. Damn, dude, they've been doing all their movies sound good, bro.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
They did The Disaster Artist. They did Swiss Army Man. They did The Witch. Oh, they did The Lobster, which is...
Lobster, I have heard of that one. That's a weird movie. Have you seen it?
Mm-mm.
It's very weird. It's like...
I know what it's about. Like, you go to an island where if you don't fall in love in like 90 days, you turn into an animal of your choice.
It's so weird, dude.
That's a cool plot, though. Like,
that's
bro, freaking like Paramount wouldn't pick that movie up. Yeah, and I'm glad that's why there's movie.
I mean, like, if you think about it, I think that shows how any plot can be good, like any story can be good, regardless of how like outlandish it sounds or how like insane. If you just have like the right, if it's just done right,
if you tell it right,
can be good, you know.
Yeah.
And there's a comic book story about the Justice League, and there's a villain named Gorilla Grodd who is a gorilla with telekinesis, and his plot is to turn everybody in the world into gorillas. And at one point, Wonder Woman, Superman, and Batman turn into gorillas. It sounds dumb as hell, but it's really good. It's like really compelling, and I think it just shows you like any.
Dude, I would like to make an outrageous. There's a type of theater. When I was like taking a theater class, it's called like absurdism, where it's just like absurd plots and stuff.
I feel like that's probably a good way to write something.
Yeah, there's like
some crazy ass.
There was a play about like how people in Germany were like turning into like hippos, and like the whole like behind it is like people like turning into Nazis, and the hippos are just like
Moto.
Yeah. Oh my god. I think Moto likes you.
Dude, I hated that meme, bro. I heard that stupid bass line so many times, like Dude, I heard that so many times watching all those memes, bro. I don't even remember that scene, and I saw that movie when I was a kid.
He's like in the water, like hippos do.
That's how Cody pulls up on chicks.
Oh my god. It's dumb, dude. No, dude, A24 though. They had another movie called Waves that came out last year, and it was about like an African American family about like it's pretty much about them like falling apart and stuff. And if you watch the trailer, it looks really like holy shit, like very real and raw.
One thing, speaking on like Oscar snubs, do they ever nominate horror movies?
Best horror movie? Yeah, they should do genres. Honestly, yeah, I feel like that would split up more.
Yeah, because
it's always like the same movies for each like category. If they did like genres, it obviously a longer ceremony, but it would just allow a lot of other films to come in just because like, oh, we have a niche now.
Yeah, because like for sure, like Hereditary didn't get nominated for anything, or I don't think it got nominated for anything at all. But I know it didn't win.
Yeah.
And I feel like I haven't seen it, but I've heard that movie's like insane.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of times horror movies end up being the movies. I mean, I guess comedies also, but it's hard to make a comedy like Oscar worthy, I guess.
Yeah.
When you think of the Oscars, it's like, prestige, like pristine type movies, you know, like the best editing, and like comedies are just there to make you laugh.
There can be comedy in a movie.
There ain't gonna be like you ain't gonna see
like Grown Ups.
Medea showing up at the
like Grown Ups win an Oscar.
Yeah, like
unless it's really funny.
Got Tyler Perry walking up.
Oh hell no!
Oh, thank y'all.
The day he does that, bro, I'm done with the Academy.
Dude, I've never watched a Medea.
I used to think movies were like going to shit in the early 2010s, but now like,
I mean,
my faith has been restored, dude. I was just like,
dude, think about
I was literally like, dude, there's no more good ideas. I'm so scared, bro.
Coming out or that came out like in the 2000 to 2010 or whatever you'd call that. All those movies, the comedies are like so trash. A lot of them aren't that good. Like,
some of them are like cult classics. So
yeah,
like,
now they're
funny.
cult classics because they're like.
We look back, we're like, yeah. But like back then, we're just like, what the fuck?
What is this shit?
Jesus. Grown Ups 2.
What got snubbed? Are there any snubs?
I think. I mean, obviously, Uncut Gem. I think anything that got snubbed probably got an award at a more like another maybe like across the country. I know in Italy they have their own like award shows and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So I'm sure some American films won awards at like other international awards.
I looked up here the 12 most enraging Oscar snubs. It's written by the Rolling Stone magazine.
Great people.
Oh, one thing. That's true. I mean, we did say Uncut Gems for sure. For at least if they're not going to win, just at least what's the harm in nominating?
Yeah.
You know? And Hustlers, I guess, didn't get anything. I haven't seen Hustlers, the movie about the
I heard it was actually really good.
I heard it was a surprise.
I was just mad because Cardi B. I had a dream that I saw Hustlers, dude.
What?
It was so weird. I had scenes and stuff and like,
you had scenes?
Dude. Oh my god.
Dude, that's actually...
It was so strange. I had a dream of the whole movie I've never seen.
You should see Hustlers and see if any of those scenes actually exist.
There's like a scene where like Cardi B like gets introduced and she's just like twerking. I should go see it, bro. And like if
you should honestly do it. No, you know how we've talked about doing like a film or like a podcast where we say, okay, press play now, and we give commentary over a movie while we do it. We should do it for Hustlers.
Oh my god.
I feel like we're like the two people like you never expect to go like, yeah, let's go see Hustlers.
I'm gonna get stripping, bro.
It
was. I got some strange.
You should see it and see if your dream matches up, because I had a dream when I was like 15 years old and it freaked me out. Actually, no, I had it when I was younger, but then when I saw the movie when I was like 15, I don't know, I had a dream, and in the dream it was a nightmare, and I pretty much dreamed the exact plot of The Grunge, and I had never seen it.
That's weird.
I hadn't seen trailers of it. I had not seen it anywhere. And I saw The Grunge, like the one that came out, like not the new remake one, but like the original one or whatever. I saw that, and I had the dream, and it used to terrify me when I was younger. And then the movie came out, and I saw it, and it freaked me out even more, because I was like, dude, I've literally dreamed, like I've lived this. And I like in my dream, and it scared me because I was like, bro, how in the hell did this movie...
Dude, that'd be a cool movie idea.
Yeah, dude, it's so fucking... It tripped me out, bro.
That's pretty much like being able to predict stuff. Since. I used to always think when I had deja vu, it's because I dreamed something before and like it became reality.
That's what I felt too. All my deja vu moments were from dreams.
I'm just like, dude, I've seen this. Do you know that most of the faces you see in your dreams are actually from people you see in real life?
That's what I've heard.
The human mind can't make up like a human face from scratch.
That's interesting.
Because like as
dreams,
a baby,
I think are like one of the most things we don't know anything about.
Yeah.
Like, why do we even dream, bro?
Do dogs dream?
They must.
What language do they dream in?
Then everything that sleeps must dream.
I mean, that's not always true. Well,
I mean, how do you know?
I mean, when Sam sleeps, he like freaking like shakes and stuff.
So he must be dreaming something.
I had a girlfriend who like shook in her dream. She's like doing karate. I was just like, "What are you doing in your?" The last one.
She seems like one of those people.
She's
Emily
like,
does the same thing.
It's weird. I just be like sleeping.
Dude, Emily does the exact same thing.
Dude, I can't sleep next to them.
I'll
freaking give them a bear hug.
Bad. Emily's like, I don't know how bad was. Or, sorry, I'll blow it.
I don't give a fuck.
I'll blow it.
I don't
know how bad she was, but I know for a fact Emily, like she literally will be like, and she'll just like fucking kick the shit out of something in front of her, like a
damn dude.
Kick. And it's like, bro,
she takes taekwondo too.
Yeah, like it's like she'll kick and then like her leg will move, her arm will move. It's like I think I'll literally think that she's waking up, like she like jumped and she's awake now, but then she's just like asleep still. Like, bro,
dude, what the fuck?
I've never seen anybody like Emily. Like
strange.
With that, and then on top of that, she knocks out. Like I swear to God, she has like narcolepsy or something, bro. Like she knocks out mid sentence. I've been chilling. I'm like, oh, like Emily, like I'll ask her a question, and then she'll be like mid answer, like, oh, what'd you eat today? And she's like, oh, I was making this. Yeah. I'm like, Emily, and then she's like literally knocked out, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck? I've never seen that in anyone else. It's insane. Like it's crazy.
Dude, you should take her to be like studied or something, or she's just fucking with you.
No, there's no way.
Dude,
at first I thought she was, but it's happened multiple times for like the almost 2.5 years that I've been with her. Multiple times.
God.
All right, some of the movies that people say are snubbed. I'll just go through them real quick. Some people think Little Women. They think the director should have been up for Best Director. They said.
Oh, so these are like movies that maybe were in the Oscars, but maybe didn't get nominated for what they won.
Little Women did win stuff. They're just saying that they think the director Greta Gerwig should have been just to nominate her because I think they said there's no women nominated.
Bitch. I don't want to sound like a misogynist. I want no comment. I didn't even see Little Women. I think a woman winning best like original score on the Joker was really cool because I saw it and I was like, oh, a woman did that, and I had no idea. I was like, wow, that's like amazing. I know, like that's beautiful.
Someone said Best Actress should have been, or at least nominated for the movie Us, that horror movie. What's her name? Lupita
Nyong'o.
Mm-hmm. They said her.
Yeah, she did a really
she did job. Not. Best Supporting Actress Jennifer Lopez for Hustlers. I haven't seen it. I don't know. I've heard she's good. And
I've seen it.
Say she's no,
I dreamed it.
Yeah, I saw it, bro. I heard she took like.
Shit.
I heard she took like a whole ton of pole dancing classes so she can really do her pole dancing. In the movie.
Imagine being that famous. You just do pole dancing for fun.
It's like me being like, it's kind of. I don't want to make fun of it, but it's like how these like Marvel actors are like, oh yeah, bro, I was hitting the gym for like 6 months straight so I can look like these superheroes, and it's like, oh, I was hitting the pole dance so I can look like these strippers. Like,
she was in the streets like asking real strippers.
Yeah, I was. She practiced getting hooking up with random dudes on.
You think real strippers like saw it and they were just like
I don't know.
It's not good.
Isn't it? It's.
How do you go to
about strippers that like steal money from rich guys, right?
Yeah. Okay. They were like drunk and they would take their credit card and shit.
Dude, how would you not notice that? Come on. Bro, dudes be tweaking. Let's see.
It's not I mean, that is hustling, but like...
there's a movie by A24. They said A24 had a rough morning overall. They said this is a tragic example of that has to be... okay, I'm not reading all that. Farewell. There's a movie called The Farewell.
Yeah, we talked about that. What about Waves?
They said for anything.
Yeah, dude, they had Waves, The Lighthouse.
Adam Sandler for Uncut Gems.
Yep.
The Ensemble of Parasite. So they said it won, but what are they mad about? What did it not win that they think it should have won? Oh, Best Supporting Actor for Song Kang-ho. Wait, wasn't he nominated? Oh, they said he was not. Okay.
I feel like the international films, like, they probably won like a lot of stuff back at home.
That's true. They probably did for sure. They said Robert De Niro should have been up for Best Actor in The Irishman.
Oh yeah, he played like 3 different ages, bro.
That's true. He was not up. This one I agree.
I would have liked to seen Joe Pesci win. Like,
was he up for Best Supporting?
He would have been a good Best Supporting.
I swear he must have been nominated. There's no way they skipped out on him.
Dude.
I think I remember seeing a clip, so I think he was nominated.
Really?
Because I remember watching it, and I remember
The Irishman was nominated for a lot, didn't he?
They showed a clip of him. Yeah.
Oh, when he's at the dinner table?
He definitely did get nominated.
Yeah, he's like, who do you think owns the...
Yeah, he got nominated for sure.
Taxi. Yeah.
I'm just saying this off of memory, but I'm pretty sure. Dolomite Is My Name. Have you heard? That's an Eddie Murphy
that's movie the Eddie Murphy movie. That actually looked really cool.
Yeah, supposedly it's really good. That didn't get nothing. I agree, probably.
Is it about like a stand-up comedian like making his way through New York?
There was some.
And he's like an actor
from
and
like the 80s or something with a different actor, and this is kind of like him when he's like older or something. But I don't know. Haven't seen it. Heard it's really good. It's like every time it's like I haven't seen it.
We've seen a lot though. We
have.
We studied up for this one. Okay.
Let's see. Another snub someone said is for Best Actor. They think Taron Egerton or whatever, Rocket Man.
Oh, thought you were going to say for Robin Hood.
No.
Remember that?
Hell no, bro. Have you seen Robin Hood?
No.
I fucking saw that shit, bro. You know why?
I saw the freaking... There's like a spoiler. Like the freaking guy who trains him is his dad.
It's his dad?
He's just like... Yeah, Jamie Foxx, the black guy. He's like, that's my son.
Really?
Yeah, I swear. That's like a scene in the movie.
I saw the movie, but like I probably fell asleep. I was like cracking jokes to Emily the whole time because it was.
You just saw the clown on it?
Yeah, that's pretty much all I did. I clowned on it, so I don't remember too much.
When I saw Black Panther the second time, I was like with Marco and Christian. We were just like laughing. It was, I don't know why.
Dude, it was trash. Like, honestly, Robin Hood. And what's so dumb is apparently they signed on Taron Egerton, right, or whatever. They signed him on for like 7 movies, and they wanted to make a Robin Hood universe. And I was like, bro, what the fuck, dude? You gotta make a good movie first. Like, the Robin Hood movies have never been that good. They haven't found it out yet. Why do they keep doing it?
It's because it's one of those characters. It's just like free copyright, so anyone can make a movie about it. So it's like a shit one, a really good one.
Is King Arthur
like Robin Hood?
They made a ton of King Arthur movies also.
Yeah, also free reign. But
Dude,
stuff that's like,
bro. Make a free reign movie, make the best one. Have our own independent studio. No one can tell us what to do.
Call it like cosmic.
Very chill.
You gotta be like A24, bro.
We have best documentary Apollo 11. Haven't seen it.
I know about it.
Oh, I guess Frozen 2 was not nominated. People are salty about it.
What, all the 13-year-olds?
That's it. Those are all that was from this list. That's what people think were snubs. I agree with a couple of them. Like Uncut Gems.
I'm sure some of them like got, like I said, like awards at other like shows and stuff. The Oscar is not the end all be all of being a great filmmaker. Honestly, like if you're making stuff as a filmmaker and people are recognizing it and being inspired, like, dude, you'll be fine.
I definitely think they should do something though for the other categories of like for horror, like
broadening the.
I think a lot of them like end up not getting as much credit as maybe they should, because for sure that girl in Hereditary, like the mom or the grandma or whatever. I haven't seen it.
Oh yeah, dude.
For sure, she should have been nominated.
There is a scene where you literally see the look in her face of her going from sane to just like losing it in like literally 3 seconds, dude. Oh my god.
How did she not get nominated for like best actress? Like,
that's crazy, dude.
Okay, let's I think that's pretty much it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've gone through the Oscars. We went through some news at the beginning. Yeah. You got any idea? You got any previews for what's coming next week, Nick? Or do you not know yet?
What are we doing next week?
We have a list of ideas.
I know. I've been adding to the list. Mm-hmm. Let me check it real quick. Oh, just to talk about the Oscars, though, it's not like it's
just like a fun topic.
Yeah, I was really excited for this because I love talking about movies.
Yeah.
But I would love to win an Oscar, honestly. That would mean like so much to me. As much as I like
win something. Make a short film, bro.
What do you think I would win if I, like, looking at me like right now? What would I win an Oscar for?
Probably win a Razzie.
What's a Razzie?
The Razzies is like...
It's like the Brazzers Award?
It's like the bad movies.
Oh, they meant the Brazzers.
Like, no. Razzies are the awards for, like, the worst movies of the year and stuff like that.
Oh.
That's so messed up, dude. I hate how they do that. Because, like, come on. Why is there a whole awards show just to, like, shit on people that actually put in work? Come on. Even if a movie's not good, like, they try.
I should do, like, a award show for worst award shows. And put Razzies at the...
Razzies
wins everyone. That's so stupid.
We could try doing... I don't know what movie, if any movies are coming out soon. I don't think... The next big movie I think that's coming out that I probably want to talk about is, like, maybe Black Widow. Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't come out till, like... Is that March or May?
I think May.
Damn. So that's like a couple months.
I'm excited, dude. Christopher Nolan's coming out with a new movie. Wes Anderson's coming out with a new movie. Edgar Wright's coming out with a new movie. Yeah, dude, it looks so good.
He always does amazing cinematography shots.
Yeah.
Like, the shots are like... I went to a cinematography convention for his movies with Emily at the McNay.
Dude, what
the... it's downtown San Antonio, the McNay Museum. They had like a whole outdoor like blow up like outdoor like movie theater like type thing, like drive-in kind of, but everyone was sitting on grass and like roll up chairs. Yeah. And they had all these food trucks, like cupcakes and like tacos. And it was really cool. And on top of that, you had the McNay there, and they had this whole thing on like his cinematography and like shots and all this. They had talked about it. It was amazing.
That sounds so cool.
We went there.
I love like, because like when I go to Alamo Drafthouse, like we'll watch the movie and then afterwards we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
That's what I love more.
I don't know if did I ever talk about how the Alamo Drafthouse thing went with Emily when she dressed up as Harley Quinn?
Oh no, you should.
I don't think I did, because we were talking about it.
She win?
For the Birds of Prey thing, and then the next episode was Valentine's Day, so we didn't have time to talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll briefly talk about that, then we can wrap it up. It was fun. I wasn't expecting it to be as it was. I was not sure what to expect, because they made it seem they did have karaoke. Because they were like, oh, we got karaoke for like sing your best breakup songs, because like Harley Quinn breaking up. No one really sang breakup songs. Someone sang freaking. Someone did Anaconda by Nicki Minaj, and I was like, bro, God, dude. And then there was some other girl dressed as Harley Quinn. She like started twerking, and I was like, bro,
dude, what the? I'm imagining kids there, but it's rated R, so never mind.
No, actually, there was a kid there dressed as Harley Quinn. Though her mom was dressed as the Harley Quinn in Birds of Prey, twerking. Where she's got like the
wall twerking on the screen.
No, not that. She was the mic was here, And then to the left, it was cool. They had a San Antonio roller derby team show up, like these roller girls, like the actual roller derby team. Because in the scene, you know, Harley Quinn does roller derby for like one scene.
Yeah.
And then she's like skating at the end. They had the actual San Antonio roller girls pull up, and they were like skating around the Alamo Draft House, like giving out like stuff, and they had like T-shirts and all that.
Dang.
And then they had like the place to take pictures. They had the karaoke setup. They had the free stuff. They literally had this place where you can get. They had free makeup out there, and they would like give you Harley Quinn makeup if you wanted to.
That's cool.
They had like the.
That's so
because Emily went and she was like, I'm not gonna dye my hair or like do anything like that. But they had like free hair coloring there, where it wasn't like it was like the kind where it washes
it's like
out,
a week
that night. No, like that night.
Oh.
Like it was just like a putty. Like they had like a pink and blue one, and Emily had her hair in the pigtails. So I was like, okay, and I like put some in like her left, and I put some in her right.
Oh, that's cool.
So if you look, I think I posted a picture on Snapchat, but if you, I don't know if you don't know really unless you like inspect. But if you look, Emily's hair, she had like pink and blue.
That's
so
cool.
It actually really made the costume come together. The only thing I was disappointed in is on the website they did say like, oh, like we have a costume party, like best Harley Quinn. I was like, oh, that's cool, but they ended up not really doing anything with. They didn't like say like, oh, like okay, here are like the people for best costumes, like who, like let everyone vote. They didn't do that. It was more so like just dress up as her for fun. Like they didn't do like oh, this is the person who won, you won this. It was just they didn't do it. So I don't know if whoever wrote that on the thing like got confused and just wrote that when it wasn't a costume party or like a costume contest. It was just like a costume party, because there were people dressed up as her. There was like a mom, and then she had her little daughter, and her daughter was like, she was like maybe like 8 or 9, and she literally had her hair dyed.
She the hyena.
Huh?
She'd make her daughter the hyena.
Oh god.
What's your name, Brucey?
But they had her, and the mom was like, oh yeah, she's been in the Harley Quinn like since like Suicide Squad came out. Like she's been all about Harley Quinn. Like that's all she wears. Like that's all she talks about.
Jeez.
And I was like, oh my god, bro.
She's gonna grow up to
Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
Comic book guy. He named his daughter Harley Quinn. Did you know that?
Harley Quinn Smith.
That's her full name, Harley Quinn Smith.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. She was in his latest movie, the Jay and Silent Bob.
Oh yeah, they made a movie.
Yeah. She played the character in it, Harley Quinn Smith. Kind of a cool name if you're a comic book fan, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, Tim Duncan named his son or his daughter Quill, like after Peter Quill from Star Wars.
Oh, that's cool.
I think that one's kind of more creative. Quill. All right, Nick, you trying to wrap it up?
Yes, please.
Got some sound going on in the background. Got some fish on the grill.
We're recording this in a Chinese kitchen.
Yeah. I'm going to get closer to the mic at the end so you can hear the words for sure, because I'm sure it's really loud at the end. So,
what are we going to talk about next? I don't know. Next week it'll be a surprise.
Yeah.
I know what we're going to talk about.
Maybe we'll bring out the old YouTube videos idea I had. Remember?
Wait, when we look at YouTube videos?
No,
or
the weird ones that were on YouTube when it first...
Dude, so I was going to, like, I know the way we can do that. I can talk to you about when we do it, but you can, like, sync up.
We'll see what we do. You'll see.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening and all that.
Go see Parasite if you haven't, or any of the other Oscar nominees.
Check out anything that was nominated, honestly, if you want to see some.
Check out A24 too. I would love to be sponsored by them, bro.
Make sure we'll be the official podcast of A24.
Oh god, dude, that's a big thing to live up to, actually.
Yeah, I know. So, thanks everyone for watching. If you haven't watched any of these movies, go check them out. If you're on YouTube, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, comment some ideas for videos. If you're listening anywhere else, follow us, rate us, and thanks for listening, guys.
See you guys later.